Do it again. Again!
We got Goblins
Aha!
on our stream anniversary. Yay! So, ladies and gentlemen,
Seekers of the stage.
denizens of the dramatic,
Refugees from reality.
creatures of all heights, hues, and humors.
Welcome to What Streams May Come, presented by Chaotic Tiefling Productions.
Tonight, I am joined by the magically macabre and majestically mystifying Lady of Shadows, Jessica Skellington.
And I am sitting next to the boisterous, bacchanalian Baron of Banter, Finnegan Archer, the Bloodhaven Bard.
Oh, you're only saying it because it's true.
Yeah.
Tonight, we bring you a Shakespeare play performed by thespians driven out of the stage lights by the perils of our present pandemic, leaving us without a place to perform our craft. But wait, there's more.
Is there?
This is a very special episode, ladies and gentlemen.
Is it?
Yes,
Oh.
we have been bringing you these shenanigans for exactly 1 whole year. This is What Streams May Come 1 year anniversary episode.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I'm
The
so
best.
happy. That's right.
It was like, wait.
What?
What?
Oh, and to celebrate today, Babs allowed the show to take over her Twitch channel with a marathon of our favorite streams from the past year. We just concluded with Hamlet Part 1, and we will start with Hamlet Part 2 here soon. So, as we have done in the past, as you've heard, we have chosen one of Shakespeare's plays, this time the second half, and we made an open call, again, to performers.
Our little twist of chaos is that aside from choosing the show, the casting is absolutely random. Through the magic of spreadsheet randomizers, every actor has an equal chance of being paired with any role regardless of age, gender, or any other considerations, really.
And as you will see, this often makes for hilarious interpretations of the characters, or may provide a new spin on what you may have seen done in live theater.
Tonight's performance will be the second half of Hamlet. Given the length of the selection, we separated it into 2 parts, but if you've been watching the marathon today, you just wrapped scene 1, so you kind of are getting the whole show.
That's right. Tonight we will bring you that second half of the tragedy of the Danish Prince, and we've assembled a fresh new cast for that as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
So do we actually have a fresh Prince of Denmark?
We do.
We have a fresh Prince of
We have
Denmark.
a French Prince of Denmark.
And they are looking fabulous
Amazing.
tonight. We cannot wait for you to see them. To bring you this story, we of course have a stream of talented troubadours. Players, as I call you out tonight's cast, please introduce yourself and say hello to our lovely audience so they can see your lovely faces. As our fresh Prince of Denmark, Hamlet, tonight we will be joined by...
Hi guys, it's Jenna Kay, and I'm playing the Fresh Princess of Denmark.
Yes.
I
love it.
I love it.
Tonight, playing the Fresh Princess's bestest buddy. Every Disney princess needs a sidekick.
Is it an animal companion?
I don't know, it might be.
If you play Horatio as an animal companion tonight, mystery player, I will kiss you.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, wow. Is that a promise?
Oh.
I don't make the... Hey, I don't mess around.
It's either that or a threat.
Okay.
So however you want to take it.
Depending on your view of me, it could be a promise.
How about I'm 3 raccoons in a trench coat?
Okay,
Horatio is just 3 raccoons in a trench coat.
I love it.
Okay.
Love it.
Love it.
I'm Lupine. I'm playing Horatio tonight for your viewing pleasure, and I am indeed 3 raccoons in a trench coat.
Love it.
I could
I
not.
love trash pandas.
I could not love it more. Tonight, playing the usurper Uncle King Dad, we have...
Greetings, my friends and fiends. 'Tis I, Eel Dragon, at your villainous service.
Oh no.
Oh, I love
I
it.
feel like Dragon is going full Scar.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%. It's
Oh, behave, pussycat.
Oh.
Whoa. I felt something on that one that I didn't expect to feel.
I don't know how to feel.
I'm taking a drink.
I don't hate it, and I'm not sure if I should be feeling good about that. Yeah, I feel good about that.
Yeah.
Dragon, you can do what you want.
Don't give him that much control.
This is true.
Anyways.
Bard's got a bard. Polonius and Fortinbras will collectively be brought to you tonight by...
Hello, I'm Tiffany.
Welcome in,
I'm
Tiffany.
so excited.
We're excited to have you. Welcome to the stream.
Yay! It's been a year and we're still bringing newbies. I love it.
And they always kick the ass.
They do.
They really do.
No pressure.
No pressure. Not even a little
There
bit.
really is no
There
pressure.
never
though.
is.
Just have fun.
In another stroke of randomizer glory, playing the Queen of Denmark, Gertrude will be wearing the face of...
Hey, I am Ellie Collins. I'm so excited to be back.
We're excited to
Hey,
have
boo.
you back.
If there's a trope that we're bringing up, there's several tropes that end up bringing up on our show, but I think one trope is Ellie plays a lot of royalty.
She really does.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, the randomizer just knows not to mess with that.
right? The universe knows. If you needed validation that the universe is very convinced Ellie is royalty, there you go.
Yep.
All right,
I'm going to ride that high for the rest of my life.
do it.
Seconded only by the Scholastic Book Fair.
You're always a queen to us.
Yes.
Tonight playing Laertes, we have...
Good day, my friends.
Hello.
Oh, you treacherous bastard.
Was I not the one who put it into the treachery, though?
Ah.
From a certain point of view.
Let's just face it, we're all treacherous.
Yes, there's no innocence.
Don't worry, you have the high ground.
Actually,
But yes.
if there is a case to be made for innocence, then probably the most innocent character in the whole show would be Ophelia, who is...
Played by. Yeah.
By me, Traveler Farlander. Hello.
So excited.
Lovely to have you back, Brother Trav.
Thank you, but you cannot go about bandying offers of kisses without bringing enough for everybody, Finn.
Oh, you're acting like I'm gonna run out.
No.
You know what I got. All right. I don't know. Wait, I don't know what you guys expected.
Playing Rosencrantz tonight
yay.
is going to be.
Hi, I'm Melodic Glue, and I'm going to be playing Rosencrantz, Hamlet's guy friend from school.
Those guy friends from school. you know how it goes.
Yes.
And just rocking such a look that would make Nathan Lane very proud tonight.
Yes.
I'm loving it.
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And I was a young schoolboy.
Up next, playing the first Gravedigger.
NATO, at your service, of course.
Welcome back, NATO.
We're glad to see you.
We missed you.
Good to be back. Nice to see everybody.
Welcome back, friend, indeed. Pairing to Rosencrantz's wackiness, we have Guildenstern tonight, played by...
Your friendly neighborhood gleam demon. Am I supposed to dress a dragon do the hula?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I feel like we need to make Dragon do the hula.
What?
Make
Wait.
make is a strong word. I feel like it's.
I guess that makes me Kovu then.
I think it went over your head.
What?
She said she's gonna dress and drag and do the hula.
Oh, she's gonna dress and dragon do the hula. I hope you do.
Please do.
I thought she said dragon do the hula.
No, dress and drag and do the hula.
Okay, but now I'm seeing dragon in a grass skirt, and I have you to thank for that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Oh, here we go.
Oh no.
It got
As
real.
he runs
It got-
away.
Something.
It got real.
You forgot the
Broke him.
Wow. All right. Tonight, playing Osric, we have...
What's up, everybody? I'm Bob Bobbin.
Hello.
It's the bobbiest Bob that was ever bobbed.
Yeah.
Love to have you back, brother. Tonight, playing many roles as the Father's Ghost, the Messenger, the Sailor, and the Ambassador, we are joined by...
Mama Strange
Yay!
and her ghostly self.
Get out of my head, Babs.
Love it. Thank you for joining us. We always welcome the matriarch of the Strange Clan.
Absolutely.
The second gravedigger tonight will be played by...
Oh. Are you confirming that I'm doing that tonight?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, hey, it's me.
We had this whole talk.
We didn't confirm it.
This is true.
We said we had a whole show to figure it out.
This is true. But we don't.
And now we have it.
Okay. Oh, hey, it's me.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey, it's
That's
Babs.
always your shtick of every time you play a role, you pretend you forgot. Oh, hey, it's me. But tonight, you
We
actually
didn't
missed the
know.
cue.
Y'all, I'm just trying to post on Twitter.
Man.
Okay?
You know, living that life.
I'm just trying to do my job.
Live your best life. We
I'm
have
trying.
all the chaos for our 1 year anniversary. Last but certainly never least, playing the captain, the servant, the gentleman, the priest, the baker, the butcher, the candlestick maker, the postman, his wife and her lover, and the Lord.
And the rest.
And the kitchen sink.
So I think the joke starts: a captain, a gentleman, a servant, a priest, and a lord walk into a bar.
There you go. Oh, yeah.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Ian E. Muller, otherwise known as Ravnos.
I just saw a chat comment. There's actually 3 of them, and I agree.
What? Oh.
Absolutely. Absolutely we do.
We need that shirt, Dragon.
Love
Well,
it.
I don't have chat open. What do I need? All right, let me get my pen. Hold on. What do I write? What am I writing down?
Yes, please.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
All right.
And as much as we do adore our actors every time we do this show,
Noted.
as always, the best part is you, our dear audience. We love and appreciate you so very much. In fact, so much that we have a special prize to give away tonight.
That's right.
Some of the people in chat have already figured it out, but now we're actually going to tell you about it.
We love you so much, we're willing to give it all away.
Yep.
And by all of it, we mean the complete works of Billy Shakes himself. Enter, please, by typing #book in the chat this evening. Please only enter once, and come intermission, we will pull a winner, and as we start the second half of tonight's stream, we will announce the lucky new owner of the complete works of Billy Shakes.
The bound, no less.
I was about to say, show off how thick that book is, because it's thick with 3 C's.
The end papers are superb.
This is
And look at the back!
It's beautiful.
This is a fine collection of pressed tree corpses tattooed for your entertainment.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
All right.
So make sure that you enter that. Speaking of the chat, please let us know how you're liking the show and share those comments that you would normally get shushed for in the live theater. Our performers may even join in the dialogue along with Finn and myself. We do humbly ask, though, that you keep it respectful. Please feel free to make jokes. Talk about the jokes. Jokes.
Hey, you do you.
Well, that's going to make this next line really funny.
Part one, we talked about the chicken tenders, and we talked
sure
about all
did.
of the other things.
So now they're
So
joking
now we're just talking about the jokes.
So, we're going to talk about the jokes. We're going to talk about the characters of plot, compliment our actors, and maybe get a bit bawdy.
Always bawdy, never bougie. That's how I live my life. This is Billy Shakes we're talking about. And we would be doing the bardiest of all bards a disservice if we shied away from the puns, quips, and innuendos. However, please be nice to each other. We do have moderators watching our chat. Be kind to one another. Be kind to the actors on our screen. Mocking the characters is always fair game. In fact, I judge you if you don't.
But not our actors.
But not our actors.
No. So, I believe with that...
Wait,
what?
Can we just comment, since it's our stream anniversary, can we just comment on the fact that, chat, you have been amazing this past year, and we haven't had that issue.
Right?
Right. It's
Y'all
been
are
very nice.
so supportive and respectful and amazing, and
our moderator
why we're giving them a book.
Not had to boot anybody yet, so that's
No,
awesome.
our mods spend most of their time just making the chat more fun with polls and stuff. They can focus on that kind of thing instead of having to bringing the banhammer.
Or dealing with the censor that's on here going, I don't know. No, it's fine.
we haven't set off the censor in a while.
This is
Because
true.
we spent a year telling
They
that.
gave up.
We spent a year
That's
telling
true.
Automod that we trust us. It's okay.
fine. Yeah.
Automod's like, I get it.
But we have an amazing community,
It's very true.
and everyone is on top of making sure this space stays safe. Not that we've really had any issues, but help us continue to make this our fun little bubble of inclusivity and creativity and supportiveness and all of that. And let's keep going.
All right.
Let's keep doing the things.
Serious heart hands to you guys.
All right. And with that being said, without further ado, let us to Act 3, Scene 3 of Hamlet.
You are arriving at this tragedy already in progress.
I like him not, nor stands it safe with us to let his madness range. Therefore prepare you. I your commission will forthwith dispatch, and he to England shall along with you. The terms of our estate may not endure hazard so dangerously as doth hourly grow out of his lunacies.
We will ourselves provide. Most holy and religious fear it is to keep those many, many bodies safe that live and feed upon your majesty.
A single and peculiar life is bound with all the strength and armor of the mind to keep itself from annoyance, but much more that spirit upon whose will depend and rest the lives of many. The seas of majesty dies not alone, but, like a gulf, doth draw what's near it with it. It is a massy wheel fixed on the summit of the highest mount, to whose huge spokes 10,000 lesser things are mortised and adjoined, which, when it falls, each small annexment, petty consequence, attends the boisterous ruin. Never alone did the king sigh, but with a general groan.
Arm you, I pray you, to this speedy voyage, for we will fetters upon this fear, which now goes too free-footed.
We will haste us.
My lord, he's going to his mother's closet. Behind the arras, I'll convey myself to hear the process. I'll warrant she'll tax him home. And, as you said, and wisely said it, 'tis meant that some more audience than a mother, since nature makes them partial, should overhear the speech of vantage. Fare you well, my liege. I'll call upon you ere you go to bed and tell you what I know.
Thanks, dear my lord. Oh, my offense is rank. Smells to heaven. It hath the primal eldest curse upon it. A brother's murder. Pray can I not, though inclination be as sharp as will, my stronger guilt defeats my strong intent. And like a man to double business bound, I stand in pause, where I shall first begin, and both neglect. What if this cursed hand were thicker than itself with brother's blood? Is there not rain enough in the sweet heavens to wash it white as snow? Whereto serves mercy but to confront the visage of offense? And what's in prayer but this twofold force to be forestalled ere we come to fall, or pardoned being down? Then I look up. My fault is past. But oh, what form of prayer can serve my turn? Forgive me my foul murder. Well, that cannot be, since I am still possessed of those effects for which I did the murder, my crown, my own ambition, and my queen. May one be pardoned and retain the offense in the corrupted currents of this world? Offence's gilded hand may shove by justice, and oft 'tis seen. The wicked prize itself buys out the law, but 'tis not so above. No, there is no shuffling. There the action lies in his true nature, and we ourselves compelled, even to the teeth and forehead of our faults, to give an evidence. What then? What rests? Try what repentance can, what can it not? Yet what can it when one cannot repent? Oh, wretched state! Oh, bosom black as death! Oh, limed soul that's struggling to be free, art more engaged. Oh, help, angels! Make essay. Bow, stubborn knees, and heart with strings of steel. Be soft as sinews of the newborn babe. All may be well.
Now might I do it, Pat. Now he's praying. And now I'll do it. And so he goes to heaven. And so am I revenged? That would be scanned. A villain kills my father, and for that I, his sole son, do this same villain send to heaven? This is hire and salary, not revenge. He took my father grossly, full of bread, with all his crimes, broad blown, as flush as May. And how this audit stands, who knows, save heaven. But in our circumstance and course of thought, 'tis heavy with him. And am I then revenged to take him in the purging of his soul when he is fit and seasoned for his passage? No, upsword, and know thy more horrid hint. When he is drunk asleep, or in his rage, or in the incestuous pleasure of his bed, at a game swearing, or about some act that has no relish of salvation in it, then trip him that his heels may kick at heaven, and that his soul may be as damned and black as hell where to it go. My mother stays. This physic but prolongs his sickly days.
My words fly up, my thoughts remain below. Words without thoughts never to heaven go.
Oof.
Yep.
If you have your Shakespeare bingo card ready, there goes the misunderstanding between conversations, overlapping misunderstood conversations. Don't want to kill him while he's praying. Huh. Glad no one knew that was a fake prayer.
Psych.
And so we move on.
To Act
3.
Scene 4.
Scene 4.
He will come straight. Look you, lay home to him. Tell him his pranks have been too broad to bear with, and that your grace hath screened and stood between much heat in him. I'll silence me even here. Pray you, be round with him.
Now I'm unmuted. Mother. Mother. Mother.
I'll warrant you. Fear me not. Withdraw. I hear him coming.
Now, Mother. What's the matter?
Hamlet, thou hast thy father much offended.
Mother, you have my father much offended.
Come, come. You answer with an idle tongue.
Go. You answer with you answer with a wicked tongue.
Why, how now, Hamlet?
What's the matter now?
Have you forgot me?
No, by the rood, not so. You are the queen, your husband's brother's wife, and would it not so, you are my mother.
Nay, then I'll set those to you that can speak.
Come, and sit you down. You shall not budge, you go not, till I set up a glass where you may see the inmost part of you.
What wilt thou do? Thou wilt not murder me. Help, help, ho!
What ho, help, help, oh, wrong.
What ho? Help, help, help!
How now, rat? Dead for a ducat. Dead!
Ah! Oh, I am slain.
Oh, me? What hast thou done?
I know not. Is it the king?
Oh, what a rash and bloody deed it is.
A bloody deed? Almost as bad, good mother, as kill a king and marry with his brother?
As kill a king?
Aye, lady, 'twas my word. Thou wretched, rash, intruding fool. I took thee for thy better. Take thy fortune. Thou find'st it too busy is some danger. Leave wringing of your hands. Peace, sit you down and let me wring your heart. For so I shall, if it be made of penetrable stuff, if damned custom has not brassed it so, that it is proof and bulwark against sense.
What have I done, that thou darest wag thy tongue in noise so rude against me?
Such an act that blurs the grace and blush of modesty, calls virtue hypocrite, takes off the rose from the fair forehead of innocent love, and sets a blister there, makes marriage vows as foul or as false as Dicer's oath. Oh, such a deed as from the body of contraction plucks the very soul, and sweet religion makes a rhapsody of words. Heaven's face doth glow o'er this solidarity as compound mass, with tristful visage as against the doom, is thought sick at the act.
Ay me, what act that roars so loud and thunders in the index?
Look here, upon this picture, and on this, the counterfeit presentment of two brothers. See what grace was seated on this brow, Hyperion's curls, the front of Jove himself, an eye like Mars to threaten and command, a station like the herald of Mercury, new lighted on heaven-kissing hill, a combination and a form indeed where every god did seem set his seal to give the world assurance of a man. This was your husband. Now you look. What follows? Here is your husband, like a milk-wet ear blasting his wholesome brother. Have you eyes? Could you on this fair mountain leave to feed and batten on this more? Have you eyes? You cannot call it love, for at your age, the heyday in the blood is tame. It's humble and waits upon the judgment. And what judgment would step from this to this? Since sure you have, else could you not have motion. But sure that sense is apoplexed, for madness would not err, nor sense to ecstasy was ne'er so thralled, but it reserved some quantity of choice to serve in such a difference. What devil was it that thrust has cozened you at your hoodman blind? Eyes without feeling, feeling without sight, ears without hands, or eyes smelling sands all, or but a sickly part of one true sense could not so mope. Oh, shame, where is thy blush? Rebellious hell, if thou cast Butin and matron's bones to flame youth, let virtue be as wax and melt in her own fire. Proclaim no shame when the compulsive adder gives the charge, since frost itself has actively doth burn and reason panders will.
O Hamlet, speak no more. Thou turn'st mine eyes into my very soul, and there I see such black and grained spots as I will not leave their tinct.
Nay, but to live in the rank sweat of an esteemed bed, stewed in corruption, honeying and making love over the nasty sky.
Oh, speak no more. These words like daggers into my ears. No more, sweet Hamlet.
A murderer and a villain, a slave that is not 20th part the tithe of your precedent lord, a vice of kings, a cutpurse of the empire, and the rule that from a shelf a precious diadem and put in his pocket.
No more.
A king of shreds and patches. Save me and hover over me with your wings, you heavenly guards. What was your gracious figure?
Alas, he's mad.
Do you not come to your tardy son to chide that lapsed in time and passion? Let's go by the import acting of your dread command. Oh, say.
Do not forget, this visitation is but to whet thy almost blunted purpose. But look, amazement on thy mother sits. Oh, step between her and her fighting soul. Conceit in weakest body, strongest works. Speak to her, Hamlet.
How is it with you, lady?
Alas, how is it with you, that you do bend your eye on vacancy, and with the incorporeal air do hold discourse? Forth at your eyes your spirits widely peep, and as the sleeping soldiers in the alarm, your bedded hair like life in excrements starts up and stands on end. O gentle sun, upon the heat and flame of thy distemper, sprinkle some cool patience. Whereon do you look?
On him! On him! Look you, how pale he glares. His form and cause conjoined, preaching to stones would make them capable. Do not look upon me, lest with thy piteous action you convert my stern effects. Then what I have to do will be want true color, tears, perchance for blood.
To whom do you speak this?
Do you see nothing there?
Nothing at all, yet all that is I see.
Nor did you nothing hear?
No, nothing but ourselves.
Why, look you there, look how it steals away my father in his habit as he lived, and where he goes even now out of the portal.
This the very coinage of your brain. This bodiless creation ecstasy is very cunning in.
Ecstasy? My pulse, as yours, doth temperately keep time and make as healthful music. It is not madness that I have uttered. Bring me to the test, and I the matter will reword, which madness would not gamble from. Mother, for love of grace, lay not that flattering unction to your soul that not trespasses, but my madness speaks. It will but skin and film the ulcerous place, whilst rank corruption, mining all within, infects unseen. Confess yourself to heaven. Repent what's past. Avoid what is to come. And do not spread the compost on the weeds to make them rancor. Forgive me this, my virtue, for in fatness of these pursy times, virtue itself a vice must beg pardon, curb and woo for leave to do him good.
O Hamlet, thou hast cleft my heart in twain.
Oh, throw away the worser part of it, and live the purer with the other half. Good night. But do not go to my uncle's bed. Assume a virtue if you have it not. That monster custom, who all sense doth eat, of evil, of habits devil, is angel yet in this. That to the use of actions fair and good, he likewise gives a frock or livery that aptly is put on. Refrain tonight, and that shall lend a kind of easiness to the next absence, and the next more easy. For use almost can change the stamp of nature, and either rein the devil or throw him out with wondrous potency. Once more, good night. And when you are desirous to be blessed, I'll blessing beg of you. For this same Lord, I do repent. But heaven hath pleased it so, to punish me with this, and this with me, that I must their scourge and that I must be their scourge and minister. I will bestow him and will answer well the death I gave him. So again, good night. I must be cruel only to be kind. Thus bad begins and worse remains behind. One word more, good lady.
What shall I do?
Not this, by no means, that I bid you do. Let the bloat king tempt you again to bed, pinch and wanton on your cheek, call you his mouse, and let him, for a pair of reachy kisses or paddling in your neck with his damned fingers, make you ravel all this matter out. That I, essentially, am not in madness, but mad in craft. 'Twere good you let him know, for whose that's but a queen, fair, sober, wise, would from a paddock, from a bat, a jib, such dear concernings hide. Who would do so? No, in despite of sense and secrecy, unpeg the basket on the house's top. Let the birds fly, and like the famous ape, to try conclusions in the basket creep and break your own neck down.
Be thou assured, if words be made of breath and breath of life, I have no life to breathe. What thou hast said to me.
I must to England. You know that?
Alack, I had forgot to so conclude it on.
There's letters sealed, and my two school fellows, whom I will trust as I will adders fanged, they bear the mandate. They must sweep my way and marshal me to knavery. Let it work, for 'tis the sport to have the engineer hoist by his own petard. And shall go hard, but I will delve 1 yard below their minds, and below them at the moon. Oh, 'tis most sweet when in one line 2 crafts directly meet. This man shall set me packing. I'll lug the guts into the neighboring room. Mother, good night. Indeed, this counselor is now most still, most secret, and most grave, who is in life a foolish, prodding knave. Come, sir. Draw toward an end with you. Good night, mother.
And so we end the section that has gotten so many reams of paper printed over commentary about the Oedipus complex that Hamlet carries around. Basically, Mom, I know it's hard, but don't fuck my uncle. Like, there's always there's that almost like reversal patronizing kind of deal that Hamlet does. Like, I know it's difficult to resist the temptation. You're a woman of a certain age. You have urges. But Mom...
Stop
it!
I can hear it down the hallway.
Oh. Oh, something is rotten in Denmark. Oh my gosh.
On to Act 4?
I don't know if I want to go on to Act 4. I mean, this is between acts.
Okay, there was just an awkward pause, like you didn't know what else to say.
No, I was just waiting for somebody to say something.
I'm resisting the urge to be very bodied. That's just
Why?
Why?
Oh, it's all happening in chat.
Because once I go down that road, there's no coming back.
That's what they all say.
Yep. Yep.
Once you go down that road?
Ream and section and all. Yeah.
That's how we got here, right?
I mean, yeah, true.
That's the body life, y'all.
We are nothing if not on brand all of the time.
Body not bougie. That's how we do.
Oh, friggin' body back. That's a new shirt.
There we go.
Mandel says you already went down that road.
Nice.
Oh.
You're welcome.
Very true. But
Great t-shirt idea.
So, guys, like I just gotta say it. We always say it every time. End of the first act of the show is the best place to say it. Loving you guys. Loving everything you bring. Every time. You're just too good. And you're too good to us.
Yeah.
You're too good to us.
You guys are too good. Like,
stop.
Why are you all so amazing? Because you really are.
I love you. All right.
That's our line. Why are you so amazing?
Just lucky, I guess. In any case, this whole thing, like, I love even after Hamlet just straight up murdered a man.
Yeah.
I'm
it's
sorry.
Really, it's really hard to be murdered on a stream.
Right?
When there's no
You did
curtain
it
to be stabbed through.
Tiffany. Yes. Tiffany, for your first on-screen death with no one around you and you did wonderful.
It was great.
But just my eyes.
I mean, it's not written. Polonius kind of gets the shaft with the way it's
literally.
Because you know what I'm about.
Oh, I'm just leaning in.
Okay. Because it's just like who really cries for Polonius? Like Polonius
was the shank of the evening.
He was.
I imagine it to be like, if I were to actually direct this show on stage,
right.
Polonius would be behind this big hedge bush thing. And he would
just... It's a tapestry. The scene's indoors.
You still have to
direct the show.
Okay.
A tapestry of hedges.
A tapestry of hedges.
Yeah.
They could be out in the garden. Nobody knows the stage directions.
Exactly. You don't know our space. You see him like peeking around, listening in on this conversation. You see Hamlet, I think it's Hamlet. Yeah.
It is Hamlet.
Hamlet just being ridiculous.
No.
Accidentally swings wide, stabs Polonius.
Good job,
through the
edgelords.
thing. And then you just see either Polonius just like fall, and all you see is like the top of his head, like poking out from behind this thing or something.
I can't see it not comically.
Yeah. And then
That's
it's just kind of like
that's the problem.
And then Hamlet's just kind of like, oops, my
Well,
bad.
but that's the way it's written. It is. No one cries because Polonius is dead. No one's like, oh, Polonius. Like a random dude Yorick later gets more of a I'm so sad he's dead moment than Polonius. It's like, oh shit.
So in other words, it's a Polonius assault.
It is.
Yeah. I like that even Gertrude. Gertrude's like, I know you're there. Gertrude's like, I know you're there. And then Hamlet like just stabs him, and Gertrude's like, meh.
But it's
Don't even pour one out for my man Polonius.
It's like, even at that point, like, no one's upset that Polonius is dead. Everyone's just upset, like, oh, damn it, you technically committed a crime. We're gonna have to cover it up now.
It was an
now you have to drag a body out.
Yeah.
Oh,
very inconvenient corpse.
You had to pull it out.
Now I gotta.
Yeah, good night, Mom. I gotta dump the body.
When I was reviewing stuff for this earlier, I came across one of the best illustrations of Hamlet dragging away the body. He literally just had like the foot. It was dragging it away like a toy, and he's just sad and dejected. And that's perfect though.
I killed the wrong
I can't help but imagine this death scene like in Buffy.
Yeah, that was what I was channeling. Was the endless vampire?
No, you were amazing.
Yeah.
Up and down
from Buffy the movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
From the movie. Or just
That's
doesn't
how I
end.
want Polonius to die every time now.
Well, then I know, and then there's so
What
many
about the
jokes made
hedge?
about
How about Polonius intent?
Polonius
intent.
List of people you should have killed. Literally everyone in the show. List of people you did kill. Polonius.
It's a front and back logo.
Right.
All right. Act 4?
Let's act 4. Let's act 4.
Let's do it.
All right, so King, be ready upon your throne for Act 4, Scene 1.
There's matters in these sighs, these profound heaves. You must translate. 'Tis fit we understand them. Where is your son?
Bestow us this place on us a little while. My good lord, what have I seen tonight?
What, Gertrude? How does Hamlet?
Mad as the sea and wind when both contend, which is the mightier? In his lawless fit behind the arras, hearing something stir, whips out his rapier and cries, "A rat, a rat!" And in this brandish apprehension kills the unseen good old man.
Oh, heavy deed. It had been so with us had we been there. His liberty is full of threats to all, to you yourself, to us, to everyone. Alas, how shall this bloody deed be answered? It will be laid to us, whose providence should have kept short, restrained, and out of haunt. This mad young man. But so much was our love, we would not understand what was most fit. But like the owner of a foul disease, to keep it from divulging, let it feed, even on the pith of life. Where is he gone?
To draw apart the body he hath killed, or whom his very madness, like some ore among a mineral of metal's base, shows itself pure. He weeps for what is done.
Oh, Gertrude, come away. The sun no sooner shall the mountains touch, but we will ship him hence in this vile deed. We must, with all our majesty and skill, both countenance and excuse. Ho, Guildenstern! Friends, both, go join you, and with some further aid, Hamlet in madness hath Polonius slain, and from his mother's closet hath he dragged him. Go, seek him out, speak fair, and bring the body into the chapel. I pray you, haste in this. Come, Gertrude, we'll call up our wisest friends, and let them know both what we mean to do and what's untimely done. So dreaded slander, whose whisper over the world's diameter, as level as the cannon to his blank, transports the poison shot, may miss our name and hit the woundless air. Oh, come away, my soul is full of discord and dismay.
Kingy man no happy. I used to want to get rid of this boy. Now I have an excuse to get rid of this boy. And on we travel to Act 4, Scene 2.
Safely stowed.
Hamlet!
Hamlet!
Lord Hamlet!
It's soft. Who calls on Hamlet? Oh, here they come.
What have you done, my lord, with a dead body?
Pounded it with dust, where it to on its kin.
Tell us where 'tis, that we may take it thence and bear it to the chapel.
Do not believe it.
Believe what?
That I can keep your counsel and not mine own. Besides, to be damned of a sponge, what replication should be made to the son of a king?
Take you me for a sponge, my lord?
Sir, that soaks up the king's countenance, his rewards, his authorities. But such officers do the king best serve in the end. He keeps them like an ape in the corner of his jaw, first mouthed to be last swallowed. When he needs what you have gleaned, it is but squeezing you, and the sponge you shall be dry again.
I understand you not, my lord.
I'm glad of it. A knavish speech sleeps in a foolish ear.
My lord, you must tell us where the body is, and go with us to the king.
The body is with the king, but the king is not with the body. The king is a thing.
A thing, my lord?
Of nothing. Bring me to him. Hide, fox, and all after.
And swiftly we carry to Act 4, Scene 3.
Just tell us what it is, man. That was the scene.
That was the scene.
Yeah, pretty much.
That was the whole scene.
These first two scenes are like.
Oh, we don't want to know.
Hamlet's just making a scene, man.
Why not?
Bob, you absolute treasure.
Act 4, Scene 3.
I have sent to seek him and to find the body. How dangerous it is that this man goes loose. Yet must not we put the strong law on him? He's loved of the distracted multitude who like not in their judgment but their eyes. And where 'tis so, the offender's scourge is waved, but never the offense. To bear all smooth and even, this sudden sending him away must seem deliberate pause. Diseases desperate grown by desperate appliance are relieved, or not at all. How now? What hath befallen?
Where the dead body is bestowed, my lord, we cannot get from him.
But where is he?
Without, my lord, guarded to know your pleasure.
Bring him before us.
Oh, Guildenstern, bring him, my lord.
Now, Hamlet, where's Polonius?
Supper?
At supper where?
Not where he eats, but where he is eaten. A certain convocation of politic worms are eaten at him. Your worm is your only emperor for diet. We fat all creatures, else to fat us, and we fat ourselves for maggots. Your fat king and your lean beggar is but variable service. 2 dishes, but 1 table. That's the end.
Oh, alas, alas.
Man may fish with the worm that has eat of a king, and eat of the fish that hath fed of that worm.
What dost you mean by this?
Nothing but to show you how a king may go a progress through the guts of a beggar.
Where is Polonius?
In heaven, send hither to see. If your messenger find him not there, seek him in the other place yourself. But if indeed you find him not within this month, you shall nose him as you go up the stairs into the lobby.
Go seek him there.
You will stay till ye come.
Hamlet, this deed for thine especial safety, which we do tender as we dearly grieve, for that which thou hast done, must send thee hence with fiery quickness. Therefore, prepare thyself. The bark is ready and the wind at help. The associates tend, and everything is bent for England.
For England?
I, Hamlet.
Good.
So is it, if thou knewest our purposes.
I see a cherub that sees them, but come for England. Farewell, dear mother.
Thy loving father, Hamlet.
My mother, father and mother is man and wife, man and wife is one flesh, and so my mother, come for England.
Follow him at foot. Tempt him with speed aboard. Delay it not. I'll have him hence tonight. Away, for everything is sealed and done. That else leans on the affair. Pray you, make haste. And England, if my love thou hold'st at aught, as my great power thereof may give thee sense, since yet thy cicatrice looks raw and red after the Danish sword, and thy free awe pays homage to us, thou mayst not coldly set our sovereign process, which imports at full, by letters congruing to that effect the present death of Hamlet. Do it, England. For like the hectic in my blood he rages, and thou must cure me, till I know 'tis done, howe'er my haps, my joys were ne'er begun.
England, do it.
Do it.
I'm not gonna.
Just everything about that.
Mhm.
Honestly, I kind of can't stand Hamlet, and he's a little insufferable for the whole show. But this one moment where he's trolling his uncle is when he is just like, I can get behind that. Like, this is some energy I can relate to. All right, so
Act 4, Scene 4.
we shall. Act 4, Scene 4.
Go, Captain, from me greet the Danish king. Tell him that, by his license, Fortinbras craves the conveyance of a promised march over his kingdom. You know the rendezvous. If that his majesty would aught with us, we shall express our duty in his eye, and let him know so.
I will do it, my lord.
Go softly on.
Good sir, whose powers are these?
They are of Norway, sir.
How proposed, sir, I pray you?
Against some part of Poland.
Who commands them, sir?
The nephew to old Norway, Fortinbras.
Goes it against the main of Poland, sir, or some frontier?
Truly to speak, and with no addition, we go to gain a little patch of ground that hath in it no profit but the name. To pay 5 ducats, 5 I would not farm it, nor will I yield to Norway or the Pole a ranker rate should it be sold in fee.
Why, then Polak will never defend it.
Yes, it is already garrisoned.
2,000 souls and 20,000 ducats will not debate the question of this straw. This posthum of much wealth and peace that inward breaks and shows no cause without why the man dies? I humbly thank you, sir.
God be with you, sir.
Wilt please you go, my lord?
I'll be with you straight. Go a little before. How all occasions do inform against me and spur my dull revenge. What is a man in his chief good and market of his time be but to sleep and feed? A beast, no more. Sure, he that made us with such large discourse, looking before and after, gave us not that capability and godlike reason to fuss in us unused. Now, whether it be bestial oblivion or some craven scruple of thinking too precisely on the event, a thought which quartered hath but one part wisdom and ever 3 parts coward, I do not know. Why yet I live to say this thing's to do. Sith I have caused and will strength and means to do it. Examples gross as earth exhort me. Witness this army of such mass and charge led by a delicate and tender prince, whose spirit with divine ambition puffed makes mouths at the invisible event, exposing what is mortal and unsure to all that fortune, death, and danger dare, even for an eggshell. Rightly to be great is not to stir without great argument, but greatly to find quarrel in a straw when honor is at the stake. How stand I then, that have a father killed, a mother stained, excitements of my reason and my blood, and let all sleep, while to my shame I see the imminent death of 20,000 men for a fantasy and a trick of fame, go to their graves like beds, fight for a plot whereon the numbers cannot try the cause, which is not tomb enough and content to hide the slain. Oh, from this time forth, my thoughts be bloody or be nothing worth.
So, irony, if anyone was looking for, like, I was about to say if anyone was looking for that square on your Shakespeare bingo card, but I feel like
That's the free space, isn't it?
That's the free space. Like, just don't worry about that. Free space is irony somewhere in this show that Hamlet just cannot find the gall to murder until he's out of sword reach of everyone he needs to be murdering. Good job, princess. Good job. Not you. I love how you perked up as soon as I said princess.
Well, that's because that's been a nickname for over 2 years now.
That has been your nickname for forever. So, but but since we have a Princess Hamlet, I feel like it is fair that we add an "excuse me, princess"
to
everything Hamlet does tonight.
That hit me right in the childhood.
There you go. for our Zelda fans and our cringe media fans.
One thing, I actually cosplay Link from the cartoon, and my friend cosplays Zelda from the cartoon.
I love it. But yeah,
I'll share photos later.
So we are taking our intermission tonight at a little bit of an unorthodox time for us, because we normally try to hit that either before or after the third act. But since we've split up this show, we are hitting our intermission mid-act. But it does come at quite a cliffhanger. Right when Hamlet has finally found the gall. So, if you have not already entered, please type #book, #book, #book. English is hard and pronunciation is even harder. #book. There we go.
Book tag hash. I mean,
As in Bob Bobbin.
Yeah.
O-O-K.
There you go. There you go. All right. So type in #book to enter the raffle for the complete works of William Shakespeare. We will give you... How long are we going to give intermission, producer lady?
We will do 20-minute intermission, and then when we come back, the first thing we'll do is draw a winner.
That sounds like a plan to me.
So if you haven't entered, now is your chance, because time is running out.
Yes. To
Your
win
time
this
is
thick
up.
boy full of drama.
Thick with 3 C's.
Yep. So ladies and gentlemen, please go do all the human things. Refresh yourself, hydrate or dehydrate. Take your bio break. Stretch your legs.
Enter the giveaway.
Look at that Lady of Shadows doing the Vanna thing there. And so well.
Oh, thank you.
Vanna Dark.
Vanna Black.
Vanna Black. There you go. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Vanna Darkness.
I am ashamed that I missed that.
It's
I
okay.
shall hang my head in shame.
I got you, bro.
It's okay, Dragon. I still love you.
But in any case, in the meantime, the in-between time, we will be showing the beautiful faces of our performers tonight and letting you familiarize yourself with the lovely humans that grace our show this evening. But we'll say 20 minutes, so 9:10?
9:10.
Sounds good. Eastern time.
9:10 Eastern time.
Yes.
Thank you and love you.
See you soon.
See you on the other side.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. When last we left our fresh Danish princess. Ooh, fresh Danish. Never mind.
I was gonna say that you make her sound like a pastry.
Yeah, fresh Danish.
Well, I mean, we've all just recently spent some time with Jenna Kay, and she is.
Oh, was sounding like a pastry.
You are a pastry. You are like the most amazing cinnamon roll ever.
She is sweet, very
Pastry
cheesy, however, never flaky. There you go.
True. Very true.
That is where the similarities
Whole different kind of fresh witchcraft.
Yeah.
The baking.
She is the fresh-based.
Fresh based? Woo!
Oh my god.
I think
Anyway,
I am drinking water.
We've gone from thirsty to hungry now, have we?
the
Mantle's cat is judging you.
the streamiversary.
It's alright, I got a cat at home that judges me too.
The streamiversary is so real right now.
It really is.
But yes.
Hamlet's being dramatic. Polonius is dead. Claudius is plotting.
What else is new?
Yeah.
Couple of dude bros sent to babysit.
Mm-hmm.
The fresh Danish princess as she figures out what's happening in London.
In London?
I knew somebody would do it.
In West Liverpool.
In London?
Oh
London calling.
Act 4, Scene 5?
Act 4, Scene 5. Dear people.
I will not speak with her.
She is importunate, indeed distract. Her mood will needs be pitied.
What would she have?
She speaks much of her father, says she hears there's tricks in the world, and hems and beats her heart, spurns enviously at straws, speaks things in doubt that carry but half sense. Her speech is nothing, yet the unshaped use of it doth move the hearers to collection. They aim at it and botch the words up fit to their own thoughts, which, as her winks and nods and gestures yield them, indeed, would make one think that there might be thought, though nothing sure, yet much unhappily.
She were spoken with, for she may strew dangerous conjectures in ill-breeding minds.
Let her come in. To my sick soul, as sin's true nature is, each toy seems prologue to some great amiss. So full of artless jealousy as guilt, it spills itself in fearing to be spilt.
Where is the beauteous majesty of Denmark?
How now, Ophelia?
How should I your true love know from another one? By his cockle hat and staff and his sandal shoon.
Alas, sweet lady, what imports this song?
Say you? Nay, pray you, mark. He is dead and gone, lady, he is dead and gone. At his head a grass-green turf, at his heels a stone, a home.
Nay, but Ophelia.
Pray you, mark. While his shroud is the mountain snow.
Alas, look here, my lord.
Larded all with sweet flowers, which bewept the ground did not go with true love's showers.
How do you do, pretty lady?
God healed you. They say the owl was a baker's daughter. Lord, we know what we are, but not what we may be. God be at your table.
Conceit upon her father.
Pray you, let's have no words of this, but when they ask you what it means, say you this. Tomorrow is St. Valentine's Day, all in the morning betime, and I am made at your window to be your Valentine. Then up he rose and donned his clothes and dupped the chamber door. Let him, the maid that out a maid, never departed more.
Pretty Ophelia.
Indeed, without an oath, I'll make an end on it. Why, yes, and Saint Charity, alack and fie for shame, young men will do it if they come to it. By cock they are to blame. Quoth she, before you tumbled me, you promised me to wed. He answers, so I would have done by yonder sun, and thou hast not come to my bed.
How long has she been thus?
I hope all will be well. We must be patient, but I cannot choose but weep to think they should lay him in the cold ground. My brother shall know of it, and so I thank you for your good counsel. Come, my coach. Good night, ladies. Good night, sweet ladies. Good night. Good night.
Follow her close. Give her good watch, I pray you. Oh, this is the poison of deep grief. It springs all from her father's death, and now behold. Oh, Gertrude, Gertrude, when sorrows come, they come not single spies, but in battalions. First her father slain, next your son gone, and he most violent author of his own just remove. The people muddied, thick and unwholesome in their thoughts and whispers for good Polonius's death, and we have done but greenly in hugger-mugger to inter him. Poor Ophelia divided from herself and her fair judgment, without the which we are pictures or mere beasts. Last, and as much containing as all these, her brother is in secret, come from France, feeds on his wonder, keeps himself in clouds, and wants not buzzers to infect his ear with pestilent speeches of his father's death, wherein necessity or of matter beggared, will nothing stick our person to arraign in ear and ear. Oh, my dear Gertrude, this, like to a murdering peace, in many places gives me superfluous death.
Alack, what noise is this?
Where are my Switzers? Let them guard the door. What is the matter?
Oh, save yourself, my lord. The ocean, or peering of his list, eats not the flats with more impiteous haste than young Laertes. In a riotous head, or bears your officers. The rabble call him lord. And as the world were now but to begin, antiquity forgot, custom not known, the ratifiers and props of every word, they cry, choose we, Laertes shall be king. Caps, hands, and tongues applaud it to the clouds. Laertes shall be king, Laertes king.
How cheerfully on the false trail they cry. Oh, discounter, you false Danish dogs.
The doors are broke.
Where is this king? Sirs, stand you all without. Oh, let's all come in. I pray you, give me leave.
We will.
We will.
I thank you. Keep the door. Oh, thou vile king, give me my father.
Calmly, good Laertes.
That drop of blood that's come proclaims me bastard, cries cuckold to my father, brands the harlot, even here between the chaste unsmirched brow of my true mother.
What is the cause, Laertes, that thy rebellion looks so giant-like? Let him go, Gertrude. Do not fear our person. There's such divinity doth hedge a king that treason can but peep to what it would, acts little of his will. Tell me, Laertes, why thou art thus incensed. Let him go, Gertrude. Speak, man.
Where is my father?
Dead.
But not by him.
Let him demand his fill.
How came he dead? I'll not be judged with. To hell, allegiance! Vows to the blackest devil, conscience and grace, to the profoundest pit. I dare damnation. To this point I stand, that both the worlds I give to negligence. Let come what comes, only I'll be revenged, most thoroughly for my father.
Who shall stay you?
I will, not all the world, and for my means, I'll husband them so well, they shall go far with little.
Good Laertes, if you desire to know the certainty of your dear father's death, is't written your revenge that swoop stake you will draw both friend and foe, winner or loser?
None but his enemies.
Will you know them then?
To his good friends thus wide I'll ope my arms, and like the kind life-rendering pelican, repaste them with my blood.
Why now you speak like a good child and true gentleman that I am guiltless of your father's death, and am most sensible in grief for it. It shall, as level to your judgment, pierce as day does to your eye.
How now? What noise is that? Oh, heat, dry up my brains, tears 7 times salt. Burn out the sense and virtue of mine eye. By heaven, thy madness shall be paid by weight, till our scale turn the beam. Oh, Rose of May, dear maid, kind sister, sweet Ophelia. Oh, heavens, is it possible a young maid's wits should be as mortal as an old man's life? Nature is fine in love, and where 'tis fine, it sends some precious instance of itself after the thing it loves.
They bore him barefaced on the bier. Hey, nani, nani, hey, nani. And in his grave reigned many a tear. Fare you well, my dove.
Hadst thou thy wits and didst persuade revenge, it could not move thus.
You must sing a down, a down. And you call him a down, how the wheel becomes it. It is the false steward that stole his master's daughter.
This nothing's more than matter.
Here's rosemary, that's for remembrance. Pray you love, remember. And there's pansies, that's for thoughts.
Documented madness, thoughts and remembrance fitted.
There's fennel for you and columbines. There's rue for you, and here's some for me. We may call it herb of grace Sundays. Oh, you must wear your rue with a difference. There is a daisy. I would give you some violets, but they all withered all when my father died. They say he made a good end, for bonny sweet Robin is all my joy.
Thought and affliction, passion, hell itself, she turns to favor and into prettiness.
And will he not come again? And will he not come again? No, no, he is dead. Go to thy deathbed. He never will come again. His beard was white as snow, all flaxen was his poll. He is gone, he is gone. And we cast away moan, God have mercy on his soul. And of all Christian souls, I pray God be with ye.
Do you see this, O God?
Laertes, I must commune with your grief, or you deny me right. Go but apart, make choice of whom your wisest friends you will, and they shall hear and judge twixt you and me. If by direct or by collateral hand they find us touched, we will our kingdom give, our crown, our life, and all that we call ours to you in satisfaction. But if not, be you content to lend your patience to us, and we shall jointly labor with your soul to give it due content.
Let this be so. His means of death, his obscure funeral, no trophy sold, nor hatchment o'er his bones, no noble rite, nor formal ostentation, cry to be heard as 'twere from heaven to earth, that I must call in question.
So you shall. And where the offense is, let the great axe fall. I pray you, go with me.
So in this episode of Finnegan's Guide to Everything, Hamlet, Act 4, Scene 5, everyone sees Laertes, and, quote, "Oh Lord, he coming."
Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers.
Oh my god.
Because, that's an angry boy. Before we move on to Act 4, Scene 6, however, we must verbally, audibly shout out the lovely...
Evilly!
What?
Evil Starry
I'm
Step.
the winner of the complete works.
It's a beautiful, thick book.
Evilly, you will never have a shortage of Shakespeare in your life. Ever again.
Congratulations.
Congrats, sweetheart.
And Eva, it's nice to see you back around the channel. I feel like we haven't seen you in a hot minute. So, it's nice to see you in the chat.
Yeah.
You haven't been having trivia for us to come in and bomb.
That's very true.
Look, trivia was a lot.
I know.
And
I was there.
loved doing it.
That's an intense
But it was a
prep.
lot.
Yeah. It's an intense prep.
Yeah. I
still beat you.
Also, Mantle, check your Twitch whispers.
You look very cute.
But yeah, I think that's it. Because we're not talking about things really during scenes. So
We weren't until you started just yammering. In any case,
So there's that.
there's the canine members of this household saying, "Get on with it." And in which case, we will go forward to Act 4, Scene 6.
What are they that would speak with me?
Seafaring men, sir. They say they have letters for you.
Let them come in. I do not know from what part of the world I should be greeted, if not from Lord Hamlet.
God bless you, sir.
Let him bless thee too.
He shall, sir, and please him. There's a letter for you, sir. It comes from the ambassador that was bound for England. If your name be Horatio, as I am let to know it is.
Horatio, when thou shalt have overlooked this, give these fellows some means to the king. They have letters for him. Ere we were 2 days old at sea, a pirate of very warlike appointment gave us chase. Finding ourselves too slow of sail, we put on a compelled valor, and in the grapple I boarded them. On the instant they got clear of our ship, so I alone became their prisoner. They have dealt with me like thieves of mercy, but they knew what they did. I am to do a good turn for them. Let the king have letters I have sent, and repair thou to me with as much speed as thou wouldst fly death. I have words to speak in thine ear, will make thee dumb, yet are they much too light for the bore of the matter. These good fellows will bring thee where I am. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern hold their course for England. Of them I have much to tell thee. Farewell. How that thou knowest thine Hamlet. Come, I will give way, for these are your letters, and do the speedier, that you may direct me to him from whom you brought them.
And on we go to Act 4.
Vex wants you to know that it is Act 4, Scene 7.
Yep. She's decided she's our scene announcer now.
Yep. And here we go. Act 4, Scene 7.
Now must your conscience my acquaintance seal, and you must put me in your heart for friend. Sith you have heard, and with a knowing ear, that he which hath your noble father slain pursued my life.
It well appears. But tell me, why you proceeded not against these feats, so criminal and so capital in nature, as by your safety, wisdom, all things else, you made me were stirred up.
For two special reasons, which may to you perhaps seem much unsinewed, but yet to me they are strong. The queen, his mother, lives almost by his looks, and for myself, my virtue or my plague, be it either which, she's so conjunctive to my life and soul that as the stars moves, not but in his sphere, I could not but by her. The other motive, why to a public count I might not go, is the great love the general gender bear him, who, dipping all his faults in their affection, would like the spring that turneth wood to stone, convert his gibes to graces, so that my arrows, too lightly timbered for so loud a wind, would have reverted to my bow again, and not where I had aimed them.
And so have I a noble father lost, a sister driven into desperate terms, whose worth, if praises may go back again, stood challenger on mount of all the age for her perfections, but my revenge will come.
Break not your sleeps for that. You must not think that we are made of stuff so flat and dull that we can let our beard be shook with danger and think it pastime. You shortly shall hear more, and I loved your father, and we love ourselves, and that, I hope, will teach you to imagine. How now? What news?
Letters, my lord, from Hamlet. This to your majesty, this to the queen.
From Hamlet? Who brought them?
Sailors, my lord, they say. I saw them not. They were given me by Claudio. He received them of him that brought them.
Laertes, you shall hear them. Leave us. High and mighty, you shall know I am set naked on your kingdom. Tomorrow I shall beg leave to see your kingly eyes, when I shall, first asking your pardon thereunto, recount the occasion of my sudden and more strange return. Hamlet. What should this mean? Are all the rest come back, or is it some abuse and no such thing?
Know you the hand?
'Tis Hamlet's character. Naked, and in a postscript here he says alone. Can you advise me?
I'm lost in it, my lord, but let him come. It warms the very sickness in my heart, that I shall live and tell him to his teeth, thus didst thou.
If it be so, Laertes, as how should it be so? How otherwise will you be ruled by me?
Aye, my lord, so you will not o'errule me to a peace.
Oh, to thine own peace. If he be now returned as checking at his voyage, and that he means no more to undertake it, I will work him to an exploit, now ripen my device, under the which he shall not choose but fall, and for his death no wind of blame shall breathe, but even his mother shall uncharge the practice and call it accident.
My lord, I will be ruled, the rather if you could devise it so, that I might be the organ.
It falls right. You have been talked of since your travel much, and that in Hamlet's hearing for a quality wherein they say you shine. Your sum of parts did not together pluck such envy from him as did that one, and that in my regard of the unworthiest siege.
What part is that, my lord?
A very ribbon in the cap of youth. Yet needful too, for youth no less becomes the light and careless livery that it wears than settled age his sables and his weeds, importing health and graveness. 2 months since, here was a gentleman of Normandy. I've seen myself and served against the French, and they can well on horseback, but this gallant had witchcraft in it. He grew onto his seat, and to such wondrous doing brought his horse as he had been encorpsed and demi-natured with the brave beasts. So far he topped my thought that I, in forgery of shapes and trick, come short of what he did.
Norman, was't?
A Norman.
Upon thy life, Lamont.
The very same.
I know him well. He is the brooch indeed, and a gem of all the nation.
Well, he made confession of you and gave you such a masterly report for art and exercise in your defense, and for your rapier most especially, that he cried out 'twould be a sight indeed if one could match you. The scrimmers of their nation, he swore, he had neither motion, guard, nor eye. If you opposed them, sir, this report of his did Hamlet so envenom with his envy that he could nothing do but wish and beg your sudden coming o'er to play with him. Now, out of this.
What's out of this, my lord?
Laertes, was your father dear to you? Or are you like a painting of a sorrow, a face without a heart?
Why ask you this?
Oh, not that I think you did not love your father, but that I know love is begun by time, and that I see in passages of proof. Time qualifies the spark and fire of it. There lives within the very flame of love a kind of wick or snuff that will abate it. And nothing is at a like goodness still. For goodness, growing to a pleurisy, dies in his own too much. That we should do, when we would, for this would changes, and hath abatements and delays as many as there are tongues and hands, are accidents. And then this should is like a spendthrift sigh that hurts by easing, but to the quicker the ulcer Hamlet comes back. What would you undertake to show yourself indeed your father's son more than in words?
I cut his throat in the church.
Ah, no place indeed should murder sanctuarize. Revenge should have no bounds. But, good Laertes, will you do this? Keep close within your chamber. Hamlet returned shall know you are come home. We'll put on those shall praise your excellence and set a double varnish on the fame the Frenchman gave you. Bring you in fine together and wager on your heads, he being remiss, most generous and free from all contriving, will not peruse the foils, so that with ease or with a little shuffling you may choose a sword unabated, and in a passive practice requite him for your father.
I will do't, and for that purpose I'll anoint my sword. I bought an unction of a mountebank, so mortal that with but a dip and a knife in it, that draws blood no cataplasm so rare, collected from all simples that have virtue, under the moon, can save the thing from death. That is but scratched withal. I'll touch my point with this contagion, that if I gall him slightly, it may be death.
Let's think further of this. Weigh what convenience, both of time and means, may fit us to our shape. If this should fail, and that our drift look through our bad performance, 'twere better not essayed. Therefore, this project should have a back or second, that might hold if this should blast in proof. Soft, let me see. We'll make a solemn wager on your cunnings. At when in your motion you are hot and dry, and as make your bouts more violent to that end, and that he calls for drink, I'll have prepared him a chalice for the nonce. Whereupon but sipping, if he by chance escape your venomed stuck, our purpose may hold there. But stay, what noise?
Oh, woe, death tread upon another's heel. So fast they follow. Your sister's drowned, Laertes.
Drowned? Oh, where?
There's a willow grows aslant a brook that shows his hoar leaves in the glassy stream. There with fantastic garlands did she come, of crowflowers, nettles, daisies, and long purples. The liberal shepherds give a grosser name, but our cold maids do dead men's fingers call them. There on the pendant bows her coronet weeds, clamouring to hang an envious silver brook. When down her weedy trophies and herself fell in the weeping brook, her clothes spread wide and mermaid-like a while they bore her up, which time she chanted snatches of old lauds as one incapable of her own distress, or like a creature native and endued unto that element. But long it could not be till that her garments, heavy with their drink, pulled the poor wretch from her melodious lay to muddy death.
Alas, then she is drowned.
Drowned.
Too much of water hast thou, poor Ophelia, and therefore I forbid my tears. But yet it is our trick. Nature her custom holds. Let shame say what it will. When these are gone, the woman will be out. Adieu, my lord. I have a speech of fire that fain would blaze, but that this folly doubts it.
Let's follow Gertrude. How much I had to do to calm his rage now, fear I this will give it start again. Therefore, let's follow.
I spent the whole time talking this boy down about his daddy getting killed. And y'all come up in here telling me his sister done croaked it. Y'all.
Oopsie.
Oh no.
The entire next play has just been talking like that.
Y'all, come on now.
Oopsie, Mr. Laertes, I did a fucky wucky.
I just got him calm. What the hell?
At least somebody's upset about Polonius.
Right, and like
thank God someone cares.
That's Laertes' whole energy is like, why am I the only one angry when my family gets murdered or dies?
Righteous frustration.
Right, there you go.
Righteous anger.
My heart bleeds, you know, but still, come on.
Just, yep. So, Gertrude running in. Guys, we got a situation.
Not now, honey.
At least it wasn't me bringing the news this time.
I feel like this group could very easily make Hamlet a sitcom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Honey,
We haven't already?
In the vein of Seinfeld, most likely.
Hey, at least I'm not the sole human in the Muppet production again.
Right.
No, I'm
this
here
time you're a
with you,
Muppet.
being murdered behind
Are
the
you
bush.
sure about that?
But like, I just love that.
Polonius was killed behind the bush with the sword in the bedroom.
Oh man, now
You know.
Now I'm picturing Billy Crystal as Claudius going. Your father was only mostly killed. We never found the body, so we can't confirm.
That's not Billy Crystal, it's Christopher Walken.
No.
It's Walken.
Everything goes to Walken.
You're just walking all over my heart with trying to have this emotion there.
Eventually. But then
It started off Billy Crystal, but
it
that.
just devolved. And then
Well, when there's all this tragedy here, we have to have that.
and then
Oh, I know.
Devolve is the normal.
and then Gertrude comes in.
Gertrude's like, you're still on the Polonius thing. Guys, we need to talk about Ophelia.
Polonius is so yeah. Polonius is so
Polonius
last.
is so like a couple of hours ago. Move on.
You be nice to my father. He's still dead, damn it.
Yeah, but she's prettier.
Is he?
Why?
Yes, she is.
Yes.
Why is R.I.P. Ophelia trending? What's up? What's
What's the haps?
Are going to kill me.
Part of me wants Ophelia to be
family
in the
trait.
water going. Get an angle for this.
I won't be denied everything, especially not my revenge.
Oh man.
Oh, Ophelia put herself in the water just for the gram. Like she's just doing it for the gram.
Claudius is like,
All the flowers.
For the back.
no room for revenge here. We don't know where the body is. Like, move on. It'll be fine. And then Gertrude's like,
The revenge business doesn't pay as good anymore.
I don't care. It's the principle of the matter. Oh
Give
goodness.
it time. You'll smell where the body is.
Come here.
Wait, what was that? What was that, Jenna?
Give it time. You'll smell where the body is in like a month or so.
I'm gonna
Actually, sooner than that, depending on what time of year it is. But we don't know.
what?
as Jess wears a skeleton dress over here to our left.
Something stuck up in the chimney, and I don't know what it is.
What scent are we
He's
looking
in the
for?
labby.
What scent are we looking for, Jenna? Are we looking for like kind of like a shampoo and flowers and shit kind of smell?
No way. No. It's rosemary and pansies. Get it right.
Right. Oh yeah, Ophelia was listing all those flowers. So Ophelia probably does smell like probably some shampoo and some flowers and some shit.
Thoughts and prayers.
Jenna, we love you.
We love you, Jenna, so
You knew
much.
that was going to happen.
Luckily, I know that. Fortunately.
You knew that,
It's
you knew
on
that was
brand.
gonna happen. It's so on brand.
Truly. That smells like hippies.
Petulius.
But honestly, like Trav bringing up the selfie, it just makes me think. Okay, a woman sitting in water, head just wreathed by flowers, giving. That's white woman Instagram energy right there.
I'm
That is
sorry.
100%.
No. I'm gonna stop that argument right there because
Cottagecore
I did a
vibes.
photo shoot about 6 years before Instagram became a thing.
You don't say.
I do.
Okay.
It was for
That's
anime.
Ophelia had a whole PR photo shoot done to make sure her next hit single dropped on Spotify correctly.
There you go.
Ophelia's
Older school. She was trying to get the MySpace arrest angle.
It's all on Flickr.
Yeah.
It's all on Flickr.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Well, if it
drown
wasn't for
myself.
someone,
her out.
if it wasn't for someone killing our father and driving her to madness.
Right.
And isn't that why you got the bourbon?
I can neither confirm nor deny. These
Also,
statements.
the kitty everyone was curious about that was Nudge. Link is the stripy one, Nudge is the gray one.
Oh, nice.
Nudge is cute.
Well, yes, we have.
Mental cat.
Again, I feel like there's so many of Shakespeare's plays that Act 3 is where everything pops off.
Basically.
However, in this play, it seems like the entire play is laying the groundwork, and it's just Act 5 is where everything pops off. Like, everything keeps layering and layering and layering, and Act 5 is where, now it's time.
It's almost more rushed than A Winter's Tale, because in Winter's Tale,
It is.
he had to rush everything and smush it together in the narrative of the three men at the fire.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like he was having too much fun writing that someone went, oh shit! Wrap it up.
I think that
gotta
might be
tie
part
up
of why
this
this is one of the
plot
most
line.
popular ones because of how much fun he had with it.
Yeah.
Right. Well, quote unquote.
He didn't get to mock actors in this one though, so he was enjoying himself.
Oh wait. Hold that thought on whether or not he gets to mock actors. Because
right. Okay.
Even though in part 1 we did have the actors that were there to be goofy doofuses as Hamlet's trap for his Uncle Dad. But hold that thought on whether or not he gets to mock actors, because Gravediggers are coming up.
Yep.
And these parts were held exclusively for the comedic members of any theater troupe. Like, if you have a theater troupe that's putting on a Hamlet, whoever your Abbott and Costello are, they're playing the Gravediggers.
Because in some iterations, they're actually listed as clowns.
Yes, in the first folio, they're listed as clowns, not Gravediggers.
That's kind of amazing.
Comedia.
Yep. So, shall we see what they are up to?
Let us.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Let's dig in.
Let us. Oh my God.
That was a great segue.
All right, Dragon, drop the mic on that one.
Dragon just did his own version of dabbing.
You're right.
Like, Dragon just dropped that pun and it was like, yes!
The drag dab.
It was seriously
goes.
Lord of the Dance up in here.
Oh, he gave me the Captain Ginyu. All right. He gave me that Captain Ginyu treatment. All right, so anyways, woof. With that, yes, if all are ready, on we travel to Act 5, Scene 1.
Is she to be buried in Christian burial when she willfully seeks her own salvation?
I tell thee she is. Therefore make her grave straight. The crowner hath sat on her and finds it Christian burial.
How can that be unless she drowned herself in her own defense?
Why, 'tis found so.
It must be si offiando. It cannot be else. For here lies the point. If I drown myself willingly, it argues an act. An act has 3 branches. It is to act, to perform, and to do. Ergo, she drowns herself willingly.
Nay, but hear you, Goodman Delver.
Give me leave. Here is the water. Here, good. Here stands the man. Good. If the man goes to the water and drowns himself, he is willy-nilly he goes. Mark you that. But if the water comes to him and drowns him, he drowns not himself. Ergo, he not guilty of his own death. That shortens his own life.
But is this the law?
There it is. Crown's quest law.
Will you have the truth on it? If this has not been a gentlewoman, she should have been buried out of the Christian burial.
Why, there thou sayest. And more's the pity that great folk should have the carcass in his word to drown or hang himself. As ever more Christian. Come, my spade. This is no ancient gentleman, but gardeners, ditches, and grave makers. They hold up Adam's perfection.
Was he a gentleman?
He was the first that ever bore arms.
Why, he had none.
What art thou, heathen? Dost thou not understand the scriptures? The scriptures say Adam's dig. How could he dig without arms? I put another question to you. If thou answers me at the purpose, confess thyself.
Go to.
What is he that builds stronger than either the mansion, the shipwreck, or the carpenter?
The gallows maker, for that frame outlives 1,000 tenants.
I wit well, in good faith. The gallows does well. How does it does well? It does well to those that do ill. Now, does ill to say the gallows is built stronger than the church? The gallows may well do for thee. To it again. Come.
Who builds stronger than a mason, a shipwright, or a carpenter?
I tell me and unyoke.
Mary, now I can tell.
To it.
Mass, I cannot tell.
Cudgel thy brains no more about it. For your dull ass, win that man his peace with beatings. Oh. When you're next asked this question, say, a grave maker. Yeah. The houses that he makes last until doomsday. Go, get thee in it, and fetch me a stupor of liquor. When in the youth I did love. Methinks it was very sweet to contract no time for me to behold. Methinks there was nothing of meat.
How's this fellow no feeling of his business? He sings at grave making.
Some hath made it in him a property of easiness.
'Tis e'en so, the hand of little employment hath daintier sense.
But with age his stilling steps hath clawed me in his clutch, hath not shipped me to land as if I never been so much.
That skull had a tongue in it once and could sing. How the knave jowls it to the ground as if it were Cain's jawbone that did the first murder. It might be the pate of a politician, which this ass now overreaches, one that would circumvent God, might it not?
It might, my lord.
Or of a courtier, which would say, Good morrow, sweet lord. How dost thou, good lord? This might be my lord such a one that praised Lord such a one's horse when he meant to beg it, might it not?
Aye, my lord.
Why, even so, and now my lady worms chapless and knocked about the mazard with the sexton's spade. Here's fine revolution, and we had the trick to see it. Did these bones cost no more the breeding, but to play at loggets with them? I need to think on it.
A pickaxe and a spade, for a sounding seat. Oh, a pit of clay to be made for such a guest as meet.
There's another. Why may not that be the skull of a lawyer? Where'd be his quiddities now, his quilities, his cases, his tenures, and his tricks? Why does he suffer this rude knave to knock him about the sconce once with a dirty shovel and will not tell him the action of his battery? This fellow might be in time a great buyer of land, with his statutes and his recognizance, his fines, his double vouchers, his recoveries. Is this the fine of his fines and the recovery of his recoveries? To have his fine paid full of fine dirt? Will his vouchers vouch him no more of his purchases, and double ones too, than the length and breadth of a pair of indentures? The very conveyance of his land will hardly lie in this box, and must the inheritor himself have no more.
Not a jot more, my lord.
Is not parchment made of sheepskins?
Aye, my lord, and of calfskins too.
They are sheep and calves which seek out assurance in that. I will speak to this fellow. Whose grave is this, sir?
Mine, sir. Oh, a pretty clay for to be made, for such a guest is meet.
I think it be thine indeed, for thou liest in it.
Oh, you liest out it, sir, therefore it's not yours, and for my part, I lie not in it, yet it is mine.
Thou dost lie in it. To be in it and say it is thine, 'tis for the dead, not for the quick. Therefore thou liest.
Twist a quick lie, sir. 'Twas would weigh again from me to you.
What man dost thou dig it for?
For no man, sir.
What woman, then?
For none neither.
Who's to be buried in it?
One that was a woman, sir, but rest her soul, she's dead.
How absolute the knave is. We must speak by the card, or evocation will undo us. By the Lord Horatio, these 3 years I have taken note of it. The age is grown so picked that the toe of the peasant comes so near the heel of the courtier, he galls his kibe. How long hast thou been a grave maker?
All the days of the year came to the day that the last King Hamlet overcame the Fortinbach.
How long is it that since?
Can you not tell that? Every folk can tell. It was the very day the young Hamlet was born. He that is mad and sent to England.
Aye, Mary. Why was he sent to England?
Why? Because he was mad. He should recover his wits there, or if he not, it's no great matter there.
Why?
'Twas not be seen in him there. Yea, the man is mad as he is.
How came he mad?
Very strangely, they say.
How strangely?
Faith, even when losing his wits.
On what ground?
Oh, right here in Denmark. I've been a sexton here, man and boy, 30 years.
How long will a man lie in the earth ere he rot?
Faith, be he not rotten before he die, as many a poxy corpse nowadays will scare upon the lying in. He will last some 8 years or 9 years. A tanner will last 9 years.
Why he more than another?
Why, sir, his hide is so tanned with his trade that it will keep out the water a great while. And the water is just slow decay of your whole son dead body. Here's the skull now. His skull has lain in the earth 23 years.
Whose was it?
Horse son, mad fellow it was. Who do you think it was?
Nay, I know not.
Pestilence upon him for a mad rogue. He put a flagon of running on my head once. The same skull, sir, was your skull. The king's gesture.
This?
Even that.
Let me see. Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him, Horatio. A fellow of infinite jest, of most excellent fancy. He hath borne me on his back 1,000 times, and now how bored in my imagination it is. My gorge rises at it. Here hung those lips that I have kissed I know not how oft. Where be your jibes now? Your gambols? Your songs? Your flashes of merriment that want to set the table on roar? Not one now to mock your own grinning? Quite chapfallen? Now get you to my lady's chamber and tell her, let her paint an inch thick to this favor she must come. Make her laugh at that. Prithee, Horatio, tell me one thing.
What's that, my lord?
Dost thou think Alexander looked on this fashion in the earth?
Even so.
Oh, and smelt so.
Even so, my lord.
To what base uses we may return, Horatio? Why may not imagination trace the noble dust of Alexander till he find it stopping a bunghole?
'Twere to consider too curiously to consider so.
Oh, faith, not a jot, but to follow him thither with modesty enough and likelihood deleted as thus. Alexander died. Alexander was buried. Alexander returneth to dust. The dust is earth, and of earth we make loam. And why that loam whereto he was converted might they not stop a beer barrel? Imperious Caesar, dead and turned to clay, might stop a hole to keep the wind away. Oh, that the earth which kept the world in awe should patch a wall to expel winter's flaw, but soft a while. Here comes the king, the queen, the courtiers. Who's this they follow, and with such maimed rites? This doth betoken the course they'd follow did with desperate hand forego its own life. Because of some estate. Couch a while, mark.
What ceremony else?
That is Laertes. Very noble youth, Mark.
What ceremony else?
Her obsequies have been as far enlarged as we have warranty. Her death was doubtful, but that great command or sway the order, she should in ground unsanctified have lodged till the last trumpet. For charitable prayers, shards, flints, and pebbles should be thrown on her. Yet here she is allowed her virgin krantz, her maiden strewments, and the bringing home of bell and burial.
Must there no more be done?
No more be done. We should profane the service of the dead, to sing a requiem, and such rest to her as to peace-parted souls.
Lay her in the earth, and from her fair and unpolluted flesh may violets spring. I tell thee, churlish priest, a ministering angel shall be my sister be when thou liest howling.
What? The fair Ophelia?
Sweets to the sweet. Farewell. I hoped thou shouldst have been my Hamlet's wife. I thought thy bride bed to have decked sweet maid, and not have strewed thy grave.
Oh, trouble, woe, fall 10 times trouble on that cursed head, whose wicked deed thy most ingenious sense deprived thee of. Hold off the earth a while, till I have caught her once more in mine arms. Now pile your dust upon the quick and dead, till of this flat a mountain you have made, to o'ertop a Pelion, or the skyish head of blue Olympus.
What is he whose grief bears such emphasis, whose phrase of sorrow conjures the wandering stars, and makes them stand like wonder-wounded hearers? This is I, Hamlet the Dane.
The devil take thy soul!
Thou prayest not well. I prithee take thy fingers from my throat. For thou I am not splinted and rash. I have something in me dangerous, which let thy wisdom fear. Hold off thy hand.
Pluck them asunder.
Hamlet, Hamlet!
Gentlemen.
Gentlemen. Good my lord, be quiet.
Why? I will fight with him upon this theme until my eyelids will no longer wag.
Oh, my son, what theme?
I loved Ophelia. 40,000 brothers could not, with all their quantity of love, make up my sum. What wilt thou do for her?
Oh, he is mad, Laertes.
For the love of God, forbear him.
So in show what thou wilt do, would weep, would fight, would fast, would tear thyself, would drink up easel, eat a crocodile, I'll do it. Dost thou come here to whine, to outface me with leaping in her grave? Be buried quick with her, and so will I. And if thou pate of mountains, let them throw millions of acres on us, till our ground, singeing his pate against the burning zone, make also like a wart. Nay, and thou mount, I'll rant as well as thou.
This is mere madness, and thus a while the fit will work on him. Anon, as patient as the female dove, when that her golden couplets are disclosed, his silence will sit drooping.
Hear you, sir. What is the reason that you use me thus? I loved you ever, but it is no matter. Let Hercules himself do what he may. The cat will mew and the dog will have his day.
I pray thee, good Horatio, wait upon him. Strengthen your patience in our last night's speech. We'll put the matter to the present push. Good Gertrude, set some watch over your son. This grave shall have a living monument. An hour of quiet shortly shall we see. Till then in patience our proceeding be.
Tell you what, guys. Let's table the discussion. Tomorrow morning, you still angry about it? Kill each other. And with that, what?
our gravedigger.
That gravedigger.
It's
Hit
amazing.
that. I think I need somebody roll some d6 because I took some sneak attack damage on that gravedigger.
I found, but I gotta do it.
Do it.
Found him humorous.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Good night. We're cutting off the stream.
No bones about
Find
it.
out how this thing ends. Just
That's
we're
it.
done.
We're done. That's the game. And now I need to take psychic damage from that comment.
Yeah.
Well, I just
Oh my
have to
God.
say that if you ever complain about puns, don't
That
fib.
accent
You love
is
it.
very,
I do. That's
very,
true. I
very
just
difficult.
There was another bone pun there. Fibula.
I have one of those too on my dress.
don't make boat puns over here. Nobody needs that junk.
Don't be so sternum.
I'm going to bow out of this one.
All right.
You wish Boney would.
By the way, did anybody notice Trav's background?
Yeah.
I did.
Very
Yes, it's
very
so
well
good.
picked, Trav. Very well picked.
So
I don't have the chat open, so I couldn't comment on it anywhere.
Yes, the chat caught on too. Everyone appreciates.
So last scene of the night.
Last scene of the night. Let's
Do it.
let's see these boys kill each other. All right.
In this corner,
Hailing from Denmark.
This makes more work for me.
Bones about it.
he can dig it.
Wow. So wait. Instead of the playground, my dad could beat up your dad. We have the I killed your dad. Like we have like the sons fighting over their dads. All of a sudden, oh my gosh.
Over the one dad.
Over the one dad. Well, they're really fighting over two dads. Because both of their dads be dead.
Yes, but in the scheme of things, they're just fighting about Polonius.
They're just fighting about Polonius.
Thank
So-
goodness someone cares about Polonius.
Polonius finally matters. Who cries for Polonius?
All right.
Larities. Larities cries for
Larities cries for
Polonius.
Polonius.
I cry for my dad, damn it.
I was about to say, are they actually just fighting about Laertes' family, and Laertes is the only one that cares about Polonius?
Right.
Yeah.
Laertes thinks the fight's about Polonius. And Hamlet's like, boy, you don't even know the layers that this tiramisu got going on. So, like...
That Ophelia, though.
You see, revenge is like layers. It's like onions. It's layers.
Tiramisu of
Everybody
death.
likes parfaits. Revenge is like onions. There's layers. All right.
But everybody like parfait.
And in the morning, I'm making waffles.
Revenge is not like parfait.
But everybody decided to hell no one will like no parfait. Not everybody likes onions.
I just
Everything
want you to
always
know
comes
I
back
wanted to
to
have a
Dragon.
chocolate
It really
parfait.
does.
And with that,
Act 5, Scene 2.
let us sail on to Act 5, Scene 2.
Sail away.
I like that a yacht.
Well, it's in, yeah?
No, I can't even say my lines if you keep breaking me.
I win the duel.
He wins. I surrender. Oh my god. Okay, we're good. So much for this, sir. Now shall you see the other. Do you remember all the circumstances?
Remember it, my lord.
Sir, in my heart there was a kind of fighting that would not let me sleep. Methought I lay worse than the minutes. I lost my place. I'm so sorry. Methought I lay worse than the minutes in the bilboes. Rashly and praised be rashness for it. Let us know our indiscretion sometimes serves us well when our deep plots do pall. And that should teach us there's a divinity that shapes our ends, rough hew them how we will.
Oh, that is most certain.
Up from my cabin, my sea gown scarfed about me in the dark, groped I to find Groped I to find out them, had my desire, fingered their packets, and in fine withdrew to mine own room again, making so bold, my fears forgetting manners, to unseal their grand commission, where I found, Horatio, O royal knavery, an exact command, larded with many several sorts of reasons, imparting or importing Denmark's health and England's too, with such bugs and goblins in my life, that on the supervised, no leisure baited, and no not to stay the grinding of the axe, my head should be struck off.
Is possible.
Here's the commission. Read it at more leisure. But wilt thou hear me how I did proceed?
I beseech you.
Being thus bended round with villainies, ere I could make a prologue to my brains, they had begun the play. I sat me down, devised a new commission, wrote it fair. I once did hold it, as our stasis do, a baseness to write fair, and labored much how to forget that learning. But, sir, now it did me yeoman's service. Wilt thou know the effect of what I wrote?
Aye, my good lord.
An earnest conjuration from the king, as England was his faithful tributary, as love between them like the palm might flourish, as peace should stiff her wheaten garland wear, and stand a comma between their amites, and many such like ases of great charge, that on the view and knowing of these contents, without debatement further, more or less, he should the bearers put to sudden death, not shriving time allowed.
How was the sailed?
I even in that was heaven ordained. I had my father's signet ring in my purse, which was the model of that Danish seal, folded up the writ in of the other, subscribed it, and gave the impression, placed it safely, the changeling never known. Now, the next day was our sea fight, and what to this was sequent thou knowest already.
So, Guildenstern and Rosencrantz go to it.
My man, they did make love to this employment. They are not near my conscience. Their defeat does by their own sinuation grow. 'Tis dangerous when the baser nature comes between the pass and the fell, incensed points of mighty opposites.
Why, what a king is this?
Does it not think these stand me now upon? He hath killed my king, whored my mother, popped in between the election and my hopes, thrown out his angle for my proper life, and with such cognizance. Is not perfect conscience to quit him with this arm? And is not to be damned to let this canker of our nature come in further evil?
It must be shortly known to him from England what is the issue of the business there.
It will be short. The interim's mine. And a man's life is no more than to say one. But I am very sorry, good Horatio, that to Laertes I forgot myself. For by the image of my cause I see the portraiture of his. Accord his favors. Be sure that bravery of his grief did put me in a towering passion.
Peace. Who comes here?
Your lordship is right welcome back to Denmark.
I humbly thank you, sir. Dost thou know this waterfly?
No, my good lord.
Thy state is the more gracious, for 'tis a vice to know him. He hath much land and fertile. Let a beast be lord of beasts, and his crib shall stand at the king's mess. 'Tis a cough, but as I say, spacious in the procession of dirt.
Sweet lord, If your lordship were at leisure, I should impart a thing to you from his majesty.
I will receive it, sir, with all diligence of spirit. Put your bonnet to his right use. 'Tis for the head.
I thank your lordship. It is very hot.
No, believe me, 'tis very cold. The wind is northerly.
It is indifferent cold, my lord, indeed.
But yet methinks 'tis very sultry and hot for my complexion.
Oh, exceedingly, my lord. It is very sultry, as 'twere I cannot tell how. My lord, his majesty bade me to signify to you that he has laid a great wager on your head. Sir, this is the matter.
I beseech you, remember.
Nay, good lord, for mine ease, in good faith. Sir, here is newly come to court Laertes. Believe me, an absolute gentleman, full of most excellent differences, of very soft society and great showing. Indeed, to speak feelingly of him, he is the card or calendar of gentry, for you shall find in him the continent of what part a gentleman would see.
Sir, his definement suffers no perdition in you, though I know to divide him inventorily would dizzy the arithmetic of memory, and yet but yaw neither, in respect of his quick sail. But in the verity of extolment, I take him to be a soul of great article, and his infusion of such dearth and rareness as to make true diction of him his semblate is his mirror. And who else would trace him? His umbrage, nothing more?
Your lordship speaks most infallibly of him.
The concernancy, sir. Why do we wrap the gentleman in our more rarer breath?
Sir?
It's not possible to understand.
It is not possible to understand in another tongue. You will doot, sir, really.
What imports the nomination of this gentleman?
Of Laertes?
His purse is empty already. All his golden words are spent.
Of him, sir.
I know you are not ignorant.
I would you did, sir. Yet in faith, if you did, it would not much approve me. Well, sir?
You are not ignorant of what excellence Laertes is.
I dare not confess that at least I should compare with him in excellence. But to know a man well were to know himself.
I mean, sir, for his weapon. But in the imputation laid on him by them in his mead, he's unfellowed.
What's his weapon?
Rapier and dagger.
That's two of his weapons.
The king, sir, hath wagered with him 6 Barbary horses, against the which he has impawned, as I take it, 6 French rapiers and poniards with their signs, as girdles, hangers, and so. 3 of the carriages, in faith, are very dear to fancy, were responsive to the hilt, most delicate carriages, and of very liberal conceit.
What call you the carriages?
I knew you must be edified by the margin ere you had done.
The carriages, sir, are the hangers.
The phrase would be more German to the matter. If we could carry cannon by our sides, I would it might be hangers till then. But on 6 Bradbury horses against 6 French swords, their signs and 3 liberal conceited carriages, that's the French bet against the Danish. Why is this impawned, as you call it?
The king, sir, hath laid that in a dozen passes between yourself and him, he shall not exceed you 3 hits. He hath laid on 12 for 9, and it would come to immediate trial if your lordship would vouchsafe the answer.
How if I answer no?
I mean, my lord, the opposition of your person in trial?
Sir, I will walk here in the hall. If it please his majesty, 'tis the breathing time of day with me. Let the foils be brought, the gentleman willing, and the king hold his purpose. I will win for him if I can. If not, I will gain nothing but my shame and the odd hits.
Shall I re-deliver you, even so?
To this effect, sir, after what flourish your nature will.
I commend my duty to your lordship.
Yours. He does well to commend it to himself. There are no tongues else for his turn.
This lapwing runs away with the shell on his head.
He did comply, sir, with his dug before he sucked it. Thus has he, and many more of the same bevy that I know, the drossy age dotes on, only got the tune of the time, an outward habit of encounter, a kind of yeasty collection which carries them through and through the most fond, winnowed opinions, and do but blow them to their trial. The bubbles are out.
My lord, his majesty commended him to you by young Osric, who brings back to him that you attend him in the hall. He sends to know if your pleasure hold to play with Laertes, or that you will take longer time.
I'm constant to my purpose. They follow the king's pleasure. If his fitness speaks, mine is ready now. Now or whensoever, provided I be so able as now.
The king and queen and all are coming down.
In happy time.
The queen desires you to use some gentle entertainment to Laertes before you fall to play.
She well instructs me.
You will lose this wager, my lord.
I do not think so. Since he went to France, I have been in continual practice. I shall win at the odds, but thou wouldst not think how ill all hears about my heart. But it is no matter.
Nay, good my lord.
It is but foolery, but it is such a kind of gain-giving as would perhaps trouble a woman.
If your mind is like anything, obey it. I will forestall their rapier hither, and say you are not fit.
Not a whit. We defy arguery. There's a special providence in the fall of a sparrow. If it be now, 'tis not to come. If it be not to come, it will be now. If it be not now, yet it will come. The readiness is all. Since no man of aught he leaves knows what's to leave betimes. Let it be.
Come, Hamlet. Come and take this hand from me.
Give me your pardon, sir. I've done you wrong. But pardoned as you are a gentleman, this presence knows, and you must heed. You must needs have heard how I am punished with sore distraction. What I have done that might your nature honor and exception roughly awake, I here proclaim was madness. Was Hamlet wrong to Laertes? Never Hamlet. If Hamlet from himself be taken away, and when he's not himself does wrong Laertes, then Hamlet does it not. Hamlet denies it. Who does it then? His madness. If it be so, Hamlet is of the faction that is wronged. His madness is poor Hamlet's enemy. Sir, in this audience, let my disclaiming from a purposed evil free me so far in your most generous thoughts that I have shot mine arrow over the house and hurt my brother.
I am satisfied in nature, whose motive in this case should stir me most to my revenge. But in my terms of honor, I stand aloof. and will know reconcilement. Till by some elder masters of known honor I have a voice and precedent of peace to keep my name ungored. But till that time, I do receive your offered love like love, and will not wrong it.
I embrace it freely. And will this wager frankly play? Give us the foils, come on.
Come, one for me.
I'll be your foil, Laertes. In mine ignorance, your skill shall, like a star the darkness night, stick fiery off indeed.
You mock me, sir.
No, by this hand.
Give them the foils, young Osric. Cousin Hamlet, you know the wager.
Very well, my lord. Your grace hath laid the odds or the weaker side.
I do not fear it. I have seen you both. But since he is better, we have therefore odds.
This is too heavy. Let me see another.
This likes me well. These foils have all a length.
Aye, my good lord.
Set me the stoops of wine upon that table. If Hamlet gives the first or second hit or quit in the answer of the third exchange, let all the battlements their ordnance fire. The king shall drink to Hamlet's better breath, and in the cup an union shall he throw, richer than that which 4 successive kings in Denmark's crown have worn. Give me the cups, and let the kettle to the trumpet speak, the trumpet to the cannoneer without, the cannons to the heavens to earth. Now the king dunks to Hamlet. Come, begin, and you, the judges, bear a wary eye.
Come on, sir.
Come, my lord.
1.
No.
Judgment?
A hit. A very palpable hit.
Well, again.
Stay, give me a drink. Hamlet, this pearl is thine. Here's to thy health. Give him the cup.
I'll play this bout first. Set it by a while. Come. Another hit? What say you?
A touch, I do confess.
Our son shall win.
He's fat and scant of breath. Here, Hamlet, take my napkin, rub thy brow. The queen carouses to thy fortune, Hamlet.
Good madam.
Gertrude, do not drink.
I will, my lord. I pray you, pardon me.
It is the poisoned cup. It is too late.
I dare not drink yet, madam. By and by.
Come, let me wipe thy face.
Lord, I'll hit him now.
I do not think it.
And yet it is almost against my conscience.
Come for the third, Laertes. You do but dally, I pray you. Pass with your best violence. I am afeard you make a wanton of me.
So you say, come on.
Nothing, neither way.
How about you now?
Part them, they are incensed.
Nay, come again.
Look to the queen there, ho!
They bleed on both sides. How is it, my lord?
How is it, Laertes?
Why, as a woodchuck to mine own spring, Osric, I am justly killed with mine own treachery.
What is the queen?
She, swoons to see them bleed.
No, the drink. The drink. Oh, my dear Hamlet, the drink. The drink, I am poisoned.
Villainy, let the door be locked. Treachery, seek it out.
It is here, Hamlet. Hamlet, thou art slain. No medicine in the world can do thee good. In thee, there is not half an hour of life. The treacherous instrument is in thy hand, unbaited and envenomed. The foul practice hath turned itself on me. Lo, here I lie, never to rise again. Thy mother's poisoned. I can no more. The king's to blame.
Poison venom too. Been venom to thy work?
Treason!
Treason!
Oh, yet defend me, friends. I am but hurt.
Here, thou incestuous, murderous damn Dane. Drink of this potion. Is thy union here? Follow my mother.
He is justly served. It is a poison tempered by himself. Exchange forgiveness with me, noble Hamlet. My father's death come not upon thee, nor thine upon me.
I'm sorry, guys. My browser page crashed. I have to find the script again.
Hamlet, you have just killed your opponent. What are you gonna do next?
I'm going to Disneyland.
Can somebody give me the number that's out next to the line?
355 is the number
355.
right beside your line.
Gotcha. Thank you. Here we are. Heaven make thee free of it. I follow thee. I am dead, Horatio, wretched queen. Adieu. You that look pale and tremble at this chance, that are but mutes or audience to this act. Had I but time. As this fail Sergeant Death is strict in his arrest. Oh, I could tell you. But let it be. Horatio, I am dead. Thou livest. Report me in my cause aright to the unsatisfied.
Never believe it. I am more an antique Roman than a Dane. Here's yet some liquor left.
If that art a man, give me that cup. Let go, by heaven, I'll have it. Oh God, Horatio, what a wounded name. Things standing thus unknown shall live behind me. If thou didst ever hold me in thy heart, absent thee from felicity a while, in this harsh world draw thy breath in pain to tell my story. What warlike noise is this?
Young Fortinbras, with conquest come from Poland, to the ambassadors of England gives this warlike volley.
I die, Horatio. The potent poison quite encrows my spirit. I cannot live to hear the news from England, but I do prophesy the election lights on Fortinbras is my dying voice. So tell him with the occurrence, more and less which have solicited. Rest is silence. Oof.
Now cracks a noble heart. Good night, sweet prince, and flights of angels sing thee to thy rest. Why does the drum come hither?
Where is this sight?
What is it ye would see? If aught of woe or wonder cease your search.
This quarry cries on havoc. O proud death, what feast is toward in thine eternal cell, that thou so many princes at a shot so bloodily hast struck?
The sight is dismal, and our affairs from England come too late. The heirs are senseless that should give us hearing to tell him his commandment is fulfilled, that Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead. Where should we have our thanks?
Not from his mouth. Had it the ability of life to thank you. He never gave commandment for their death. But since so jump upon this bloody question, you from the Polack Wars and you from England are here arrived. Give order that these bodies high on a stage be placed to the view. And let me speak to the yet unknowing world how these things came about. So shall you hear of carnal, bloody, and unnatural acts, of accidental judgments, casual slaughters, of deaths put on by cunning and forced cause. And in this upshot, purposes mistook fall on the inventors' heads. All this can I truly deliver.
Let us haste to hear it, and call the noblest to the audience. For me, with sorrow I embrace my fortune. I have some rights of memory in this kingdom, which now to claim my vantage doth invite me.
Of that I shall have also cause to speak, and from this mouth whose voice will draw on more. But let this same be presently performed, even while men's minds are wild, lest more mischance on plots and errors happen.
Oh, okay, sorry. Let four captains bear Hamlet like a soldier to the stage, for he was likely, had he been put on, to have proved most royally. And for his passage, the soldiers' music and the rites of war speak loudly for him. Take up the bodies. Such a sight as this becomes the field, but here shows much amiss. Go, bid the soldiers shoot.
So, I know we just referenced Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead. However, for those of you who haven't seen it, I can't recommend it more. Both the play and the film version. However, I want to see the Hamlet fanfic that shows all of Fortinbras' story, because I just want this feature-length film of Fortinbras planning his revenge for his father, gearing up an army, marching to Denmark, getting to Denmark, storming the castle, even like a big raid where they take down the guard at the gates, because you know they had to take down the guard at the gates to get in, and then they get in, and he's like, time for the final push, guys, we're going to take out the king, and... But everyone's dead.
Oh, everyone's dead already.
Rocks fell, everybody died.
Yeah, rocks fell, they all died.
I am a huge fan of stories of what was happening during the main event or around the main event, so yes, please.
Right?
I just need that. I need all of Hamlet. I need us to start at chronologically where Hamlet begins and end where chronologically Hamlet ends, but the entire thing is Fortinbras' point of view. What was Fortinbras doing that whole time?
Hamlet, the other side of the story.
Right?
It's like showing up to the raid boss late.
Yeah.
Other side of the sea.
I showed up and they had all died. What the hell?
What? Okay. So, hi everybody. My name's Fortinbras. This is my army. We came to overthrow the Danes.
Or even better, what if there was an alternate take of it, where they do an in media res near the end, and he's like, "So I'm Fortinbras, and you're probably wondering how I got to this castle."
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
That's appropriate.
And then
Go back. You rewind.
Like,
Fortinbras will return.
like one of the most classic in media res.
Yeah, I love it.
You know what? I'm all for a good in media res. That's one of my favorite literary devices.
So
Same.
You're probably
It's so
wondering
good.
how I got here. Well, you see, it all
48
started with my
hours
father.
earlier.
It's them
Right?
carrying Hamlet's body out.
Sounds like some lyrics there.
What do I do with this?
All right, everybody calm down. We got Babs plotting. So, let's move on.
In runs a servant. Wait, don't drink the wine.
Oh.
Oh, darn it.
I was that close.
You know what I'm thinking.
I
Good
know
night,
it.
everybody.
Whoa. But yeah, just
Oh my god, you guys.
woof. And I love that Hamlet's like, or Hamlet goes to that line, oh, oh, oh. And the
Oh.
best textual revision I've ever seen was instead of the oh, 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 just Jenna going, oof.
That line, and I knew there was no way that I, being myself, could do that not comically, so I changed it.
Oh, it was wonderful.
And that's what you do.
I am honored to have.
I was like, there's no way I can
Princess.
say this and it not come out like me not crack myself up, if that makes
It was
sense.
so
That makes
good.
perfect sense. Hated dragons.
Hamlet, Act 5, Scene 2. Oof, am dead.
So is everyone else. X all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, I don't think we could have asked for a better 1-year anniversary show than what you guys have given us tonight.
Guys, thank you for being with us for a year.
We love you guys.
Thank you for being
so
for
much.
being with us for a whole year.
A year.
Of being silly, of barding on Maine. Bard on Maine. That's what we've been doing here.
But you're the bard. I'm not.
I mean, we've been reading the Bard.
This is true. This is true.
We're all bards after a fashion.
We are.
We read the bard and then we.
We played the Bard.
I'm not.
You can.
All right, careful. We're going to be barred from the stage after all this.
Can I just say that in the stopgap job I had, one of my friends at work, he actually got a report from intake saying, "Yeah, they charged my bard," meaning card. And
yeah,
absolutely.
We're all D&D nuts, so we've let it live on.
Well,
I have a new English teacher for the tiny human who is jealous of everything that we've done.
Nice.
Don't be jealous. Join.
Join in.
I'm gonna see if I can get her.
Do it.
One of us.
He starts school on Monday. Give me a minute.
Fresh meat.
Please.
Join us. Come to sup and then to stay.
Anyway.
Play. Play.
We all float down here. Oh, sorry.
Goody, new toys.
We stream here. We've always streamed here. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let us end tonight on the most positive, happy notes for all these lovely people, because this stream, this year would not have happened without just the best collection of people coming together and making magic happen. Just performers, the best humans pulling miracles out of their ass. And
ow,
hey, we all suffer for our art. But tonight, if you want to connect with our performers, some of them have plans, projects, and presences on the interwebs that they would like for you to check out. And so, we ask you, Glebe Demon, where can we find you?
Mostly, I kind of live here on Twitch, especially today. Because my today started yesterday.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Much as everybody is saying, tomorrow is my birthday. Yesterday was the beginning of my channel's anniversary stream.
Happy anniversary!
Where I managed to hit 3 years. And it's insane. And I still can't believe I'm doing this with the community that I very thankfully have. So you can find me here on Twitch at Gleam Demon. You can also find me on Twitter, Instagram. I stream RPG games, Warframe, and digital art. Monday, Wednesday, Friday mornings, and Thursday evenings at 7.
All right.
Lovely, very lovely. Our wonderful Uncle Dad, Dragon. Where we find you, Boo?
Well, my dear friends and fiends, first of all, thank you very much for a wonderful year. Thank you once again for having me here. You can find me on the Twitterverse at Draconic Verses. That's one word. You can also do a little follow over at D&D Surprise Party. That's minus the U. That, of course, is the D&D actual play stream that I am the fortunate dungeon master of, which you can find coming back at some point in the future right here on Chaotic Tiefling ATL. We just wrapped our second season. In fact, you might, if you go and look at the YouTube channel where all of our episodes are stored, you'll see a number of these faces on both of those seasons. And you can also, if you hit exclamation point forsooth, you will find, forsooth, yes. Because remember, once again, here at Chaotic Tiefling, when we say that word, we drink. And yes, I have a flagon with a dragon, and I drank the poison from the flagon with the dragon.
Sure.
But that will take you to my TeePublic shop, which everything is on sale up to 35% off right now, and you can find Shakespeare-inspired merch, especially merch-inspired and requested in some cases by our various casts of what streams might come, as well as D&D inspired shirts, pop culture inspired shirts, and official D&D Surprise Party merch. I'm not doing anything much right now while waiting for the third possible season of Surprise Party. Plans are being made, missives are being sent, plots are hatching, so to speak. I'm talking with Finn about one or two little things too. So you can also check me out here on Twitch at YeOldDragon and check my Twitters and you'll get updates. Thank you very much. And again, dear friends, thank you very much. And I love this amazing cast and this amazing community. Thank you to Babs for creating it and curating it and schlepping the rest of us along.
Like at this point last year, this was just months of me playing video games, and the biggest thing we had going was trivia. And trivia was fun, but it didn't have near the community and reception that this has. And then these two...
Oh, hi, can we play?
These two lovely people were like, hey, you want to do a thing? And I was like, I have the ability to do a thing if you want to do a thing. And then this happened. And then all of you wonderful people just took it, put 1,000% into each performance and ran with it and has helped build what this show is. Yeah. Because we just sit here and just laugh and have a good time and watch you guys be amazing.
Why not?
This is the easiest show to host, and I love it. Because you guys make things happen all the time. Trav, get out. Trav, I love you. And when I say get out, I mean get out of my dreams and get into my car. You amazing wordsmith. What? It's Trav's thing with the flag and dragon and all that.
Oh, yeah.
He just he riffed for a minute, and I love it. In any case, yes, love you, love all of you and all the things. Go see Dragon Store. See some of the stuff that has spun out of this show. I particularly love the series of, yes, I actually wrote that, Shakespeare quote shirts. My favorite is the one with
Cupid's butt shaft?
Cupid's butt shaft is too hard for Hercules' club.
Yep.
That's an actual, line that he wrote and we said. Love it.
Yep.
And she goes down to 12.
She does go down.
I wear naughty varlets and
That's so
excellent witchcraft on.
And the other one in the
on a
series so
regular day.
far is I Have Given Suck.
Yep, that's so good.
Yep.
And the excellent witchcraft, man. You can't top that.
I've been written ass. But anyway.
There is the sequel. You have witchcraft in your lips.
This is true.
That's such a good one.
That's the sequel.
But what's also really cool about our show is that we get new people all the time. And speaking of new people,
Tiffany,
where can we find you, my dear?
Hello. You can find me doing all sorts of tabletop RPG, D&D shenanigans on the podcast North by North Quest, We've also got April from Sladies on our current cast right now.
Hey,
We're
we know
playing
her.
Humblewood, so please hop on in.
And I'll go ahead and say it just in case people missed it. With the mention of Sladies,
Freezing.
we just...
Oh, my computer is frozen.
Oh, but we can still hear you. That's the funny part, dude.
Yeah. Oh, Tiffany, are you there?
Okay.
Oh, no.
There she is.
Did it come back?
We've got people freezing all over the place.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Are you there?
It froze for me. Yes, I'm hearing it. I was like, why did it happen?
If you can hear us now, what's funny is that we just, like, you didn't freeze for us at all, so we just, like, kept seeing and hearing all your confusion for a minute.
Sweet. I'm so glad that my computer was here for me. So that's perfect. But yes, please check it out. North by Northquest. It's tons of fun, and you can find my own costuming shenanigans at Raccoon Bee on Twitter and Instagram.
Lovely. What were you saying about Sladies?
Oh, yeah, Sladies. Since Tiffany so wonderfully brought up some of our favorite people, the Sladies, Chaotic Tiefling just partnered with the Sladies, and we have folded them into a giant hug in the company, and they are our official charity branch of the company. So they will be in charge of all of our charity stuff. They will be bringing all of their content over to Chaotic Tiefling starting this fall. And we are so happy to have them with us full time because they are amazing people trying to do amazing things, and we want to help them do amazing things.
Top tier humans.
Top tier humans. Speaking
They're
of
wonderful.
Top tier human,
You know who's a top tier human?
Who?
That Azure harmonic genius, Melodic Blue.
Hi, I'm Melodic Blue. Contrary, also genius, that's very nice. Contrary to how I might speak in and present myself in the chat here, I'm actually a family-friendly streamer on Twitch.
this is Melodic's one chance to let loose.
We are not.
Yes.
It's Mama's night off. I'm drinking.
I need my my white wine with an ice cube in it, you know.
As you do.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm a family-friendly streamer. I just shifted my schedule again after being on Tuesdays and Thursdays for the summer when my kids were here. Now I'm back to roughly Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Some of that over the next couple of weeks is probably going to pare back because I'm also the director of signage at DragonCon. So I've got like 3 weeks to produce a whole lot of signs. It's going to be great. Thanks. But yeah, so we do things like Phasmophobia, Pokemon Snap. I recently got into Final Fantasy XIV, so that's a delightful rabbit hole. And I also sing, sometimes play ukulele, and do voice acting. So, yeah. You can also find me on YouTube because I recently lent my voice in the first episode of the Estrine Studio Cruise production of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D fan dub.
Nice.
Ooh, that's fun.
Yeah, episode 2 should be recording soon. We've had some production delays due to members of the cast getting sick. So hopefully they'll be feeling better soon and we'll be able to start recording. But
Please drop that again in the chat and in the Discord, Melodic, because can confirm 10 out of 10 would recommend a friend to Melodic, a complete joy factory, her streams.
What you know.
Friend of the stream, lovely returning cast member. Hey Ian, where can we find all your shenanigans?
All right. I'm Ian E. Muller, otherwise known as Ravnos on the internet. You can find me on Twitter as @Ravnos, where I do a lot of my shitposting. I run Gehenna Gaming, which is a horror TTRPG company. I'm one of the co-founders, along with my business partners Rick and Mark, where we do horror TTRPG streaming here on Twitch and run horror TTRPGs at conventions near you. Right now, we're planning on being at PAX Unplugged. We'll see. And we do a bunch of cool stuff on twitch.tv/Gehenna Gaming. Also, we do... I just started a new streaming channel with Ellie, where we co-stream video games and other cool stuff that we do around our lives. We just finished a playthrough of Resident Evil 8, and we just started Dragon Age Inquisition, where she is making fun of all the terrible choices I make in that game as we play through it.
The Inquisition.
And then we're going to be doing other cool stuff like cooking and other things on that channel. And then I also do professional GMing. So if you would like to learn any new horror TTRPGs or any fun stuff like that, you can find me over at ianemuller.com, where I have all my rates and stuff, and I will run very high quality, I think, TTRPG games for y'all. If you're interested, I will do them online or locally if you are in Atlanta. And beyond that, you can find me on Instagram and all the other social media stuff. Just search for Ravnos and find my face. I think that's it. Is that everything? Did I talk about all this stuff? Oh, and on Tuesdays, you can find me over on ATL by Night, which is the game that Ellie runs, playing unwilling vampire therapist Jackson.
I was about to say, Ellie's next in the plugs, so
Right.
whatever you don't get to, Ellie will just cover for you.
I know.
Speaking of which,
Literally, Ian going, I think that's all. Was that all, honey?
Yeah, no, literally, I looked at her on the camera and she gave me a look and I went, ATL, hold on.
Oh yeah, that vampire thing I do.
Speaking of our vampire queen, hey, Ellie, what you do?
I do a lot. Hi, I am Ellie. I am the storyteller for ATL by Night. It is a Vampire the Masquerade V5 campaign set in the city of Atlanta. Ian is on it, as is Dustin from D4, as well as a bunch of other amazing people in the community. We are currently in our off season doing stuff like family game night and our interview show Blood Bonding. Season 6 begins in September. So we have that coming up. But next Friday, on Friday the 13th, if you come to ATL by Night, I am running a Sabbat one-shot. It is a charity series that me and a bunch of other storytellers have been doing for a year and a half now, where we swap out storytellers, and it's now my turn. So we will be raising money for No Kid Hungry, which provides meals for children in need. And so even a small amount, $1 equals 10 meals. So we have a goal of $500, and I want to hope that we can hit it. So it'll be 9 p.m. at ATL by Night or on Twitch next Friday. Super looking forward to it. We have some amazing players in it, other storytellers, as well as Shane Easton from LA by Night. And it got real intense real quick. So it's a fun game. And then doing Sugar Axe with Ian, which is our co-streaming game, mainly trolling him because there's a lot of games he hasn't played before. Or, just me freaking out during Resident Evil. And I think that's all I have going on right now. And I'm usually over on Gehenna Gaming doing random Saturday night one-shots. So you can catch me over there at random or on Twitter at Ellie_A_Collins.
And to clarify, all those times are Eastern times.
Yes.
We are Chaotic Tiefling ATL after all, and very many of our peoples are ATL based. I know, not everyone. I know. I said very many of our people.
not Gleam. We know. Gleam's over there in the weird side of the world.
The West?
I moved further away. And I'm kind of sad.
Viva Las Vegas, baby.
You're not wrong.
All right, and last but certainly not least.
Never least. Mantle, please tell us what you do when you do that voodoo.
That
Thank you,
do
my
so
friends. I appreciate that. Hi, everyone. As you might have seen during the intermission blurb, I'm Mantle Ferox. I describe myself as a marine biologist first and gamer second. I do also do the streamy thing on Twitch. Schedule is up in the air right now, though, because awesome news of awesome news, I got a job back in my field, so I'm currently moving to a new city to work at a new aquarium. Congratulations! You guys are too kind. So schedule's a bit up in the air, but good news, though, I do have some broadcasts before I move, most of which are charity broadcasts. So if you do click on my link that you guys were so kind to click there in the chat, you'll be able to find out when I'm doing this charity broadcast. It's going to be for a very good cause, Save the Children, which was a campaign very near and dear to Robin Williams' heart. We're doing it in honor of him. Melodic actually did this fundraiser with me last year, and she and I both had a lot of fun with it. But yeah, so as far as what games I do, describe myself as 70% Nintendo, 30% PlayStation. The joke, though, is that I'm a Zelda streamer. Yeah. So, I mean, no matter what I'm playing, there's going to be lots of that. Current games right now, I'm currently replaying through some of the Mega Man X games and various other Super Nintendo titles. And, how appropriate for me, Subnautica. So, there's all sorts of fun stuff there. And it's all about sharing the adventure and cozy chill times, and some fun science facts if you like them. But yeah, on per my link that you guys were super kind to put there in the channel, you can also find my Twitter as well as my Instagram. Instagram is mostly for cosplay. But yeah, again, I'll be sporadic with my move, but I love hanging out with all my friends here and sharing those awesome adventures. Oh, and one other thing, I am also in that Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D fan dub with Melodic. Nice. Same as her, my primary role is coming up in episode 2. But I happen to play a particular villain in episode 1, which Melodic... Oh, okay. Is that a request for a sample of the voice, Melodic?
Please. If Melodic doesn't request it, I will.
Please.
Let's just say that once you get to the end of the Great Deku Tree...
I've been watching you, boy.
Amazing.
It's so creepy.
Nope. Okay. I know I asked for it. I know that's a cursed spider, and I don't need that in my life.
Goma. But hey, it's okay. Link is here to save you.
Aw, Link got a beard.
Hide the pottery.
See, normally I would paint my own beard on, but I'm pack up most of my stuff right now.
Yes. I would say greener pastures, but you're on to bluer waters. Bluer waters.
Blue-greenish?
Bluer waters. There we go.
Bluter?
Have fun.
And if anyone needs enticement to swing by the channel, regardless of the games, both Link and his little brother make frequent appearances.
Love them.
Yay. We love
Well, everyone, we are very happy that you have joined us for the past year. Reading Shakespeare.
Isn't there something tomorrow?
Oh, is there something?
We're getting to it.
We got
you.
you.
Sorry.
We got you.
We're getting to it.
I'm
They
sorry.
included me in the outro this time, so
we included you last time too.
We love the Love Dragon, but we do have it going. We do have it in the script.
We have a script.
don't tell our secrets.
More like guidelines, really.
Pretty much.
We are very happy you've joined us for the past year, guys. The past year has been different for all humans on the planet, but if I can say anything good happened out of the last year for us, it has been What Streams May Come. Chaotic Tiefling as a channel, and this show in particular, have touched our hearts and hopefully have touched yours as well with the most bardy and bawdy of all the things that we could bring to you. But if you think this past year has fun, buckle up, because Chaotic Tiefling ATL is not stopping. Please tell everybody about the show. We always like new people coming to the show, viewing, playing, just being here for everything Chaotic Tiefling has in store. Our schedule will remain to bring you a show once a month from now till November of this year, and then we will wrap our second season of What Streams May Come with a special surprise.
Yes.
For our season finale.
Yeah,
we have a good season finale planned for you dudes. You don't want to miss it. Ooh. Guys, gals, and non-binary pals, you are wanting to see this finale.
Our finale is going to be fantastic.
Which our finale will be our November show.
Yes.
So.
But for our very next show,
Oh, we have that planned?
we have that planned.
I would hope so.
She says, knowing that she has to remind me of the calendar. We don't normally like to get political on the show. However, when there's a little stabby behind the political intrigue, we get very, very interested. Therefore, on the 18th of September, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, mind you, come to Chaotic Tiefling ATL, where we're going to be making a spicy little salad. You might even call it a Caesar.
Oh my god.
That's right. We're doing Julius Caesar September
I called it as soon as you said
18th.
stab. I love this.
So, a fresh cast, fresh witchcraft, fresh wounds, et tu, Brute.
I love you so much.
Please be with us September 18th for our next show. It's gonna be fun.
Oh my god. However, if you find yourself in need of a Shakespeare fix in our absence, all of our previous episodes are uploaded onto YouTube under Chaotic Tiefling ATL, as are all of the VODs for D&D Surprise Party, our show with Aryan Legends, some other stuff. Go check out the
Trivia's all
YouTube.
there.
Yeah, it's all there. And if you want to catch more of Finn and Jess, they can be found right here tomorrow morning and every other Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time with the Sunday Brunch Club playing their characters on Utharian Legends. And surprise, surprise, I'll be there tomorrow as well. What? I will be back playing my surprise, surprise tiefling. Yeah.
As you do.
As I do.
I will not make another tiefling character. I will not make another tiefling character.
I made another tiefling. Girl, don't do it.
Yeah.
She do it.
So I will be back for Utharian Legends tomorrow. Please join us for that. It's such a good show. We got these two. We've got Robo Goblin, Big B's Hand, Trieste, our wonderful Strike Red Kite. So many wonderful friends of the channel.
It's a fun campaign.
It is so fun.
But please, toss a sub to your Twitchers and give some love to the Tief Queen herself, Babs the Bat, because we all know that while this whole community came together, and we're so glad you all came together, Babs started the dream. And without this channel and her hard work, we would not be here sharing all of this with you. But if you'd like to connect with any of us, please follow us on Twitter at Bloodhaven Bard, at Jessica Skell, and at Real Babs the Bat.
Oh, yay. And I'm going to go off script for a second real quick because y'all didn't know that. Ha-ha! I'm going to say real quick that the past year has been absolutely fantastic. Finn and I, as a lot of you guys know, used to run this show just for our friends, and we would call it Reading the Bard. And then our dear friend Mike Twiggs, who passed away back in December, said, you know, why don't you guys take this live? And after probably 2 days of consideration, I called Finn on my way back home and said, why not? So this has all been born of the simple phrase of why not.
Two dangerous words.
I cannot ask for better partners in this
I'm not even going to look at you.
than the two
Don't
of
look at
you.
me.
I love you guys so much, and I'm so glad that we've been able to do this together and that we're wrapping up 1 year and going into our second, and I'm looking forward to so many more projects with you two.
Yes.
I love you both.
We love you too.
We love you too.
Until the next show, my friends, be good to yourself and be good to each other. We will all get through this and back under the stage lights once more.
So give us your hands if we be friends.
We love you
We'll miss you.
until it's showtime again.